Guys, welcome back. Oh, that was loud. to another Sunday special live stream, guys, where if you're new here, we're just going to be taking a look at your work that you guys sent in. Let me go ahead and mute myself over here. Nonetheless, that email will be scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Let me get that up for you right now, guys. So if you want to send your work in for critique live on the show right now, I'm going to put that email up at the bottom of the screen right now. Also, if you didn't already know, let me get to that email real quick before I forget. Bam, right there. It's going to be scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Send your work to artmesomething@gmail.com. And we go first come, first serve. Now, the other thing we're doing today, which you guys should already know, is we're going to be doing the tattoo challenge, which is the stitch tattoo that we put out last Sunday. And yeah, it was there for you guys to download, to stencil it, to make the tattoo yourself, send it back in. So I think we got like 11 entries right now for the tattoo challenge there. So I'm stoked on that. I'm excited to see what you have. I've clicked on a few emails just to confirm different things, and I try to look back away as quick as possible. So I've gotten a peek at some, and I'm pretty excited, okay? That's all I'm going to say about that. And we are going to be doing that first before we go and look at the, the work being sent in currently. So again, if you got time to send your work in, but it is a first come, first serve opportunity. I want to thank you guys for being here. If you're here, give the stream a like, subscribe if you aren't already. New video Tuesday. I finally got around to making the video showing how I make my tattoo stencils. Excuse me. And also, I show a few other ways that you can make a quick tattoo stencil or you can make a tattoo stencil. I just kind of wanted to put it all in one so you knew what I did, but you also had other options to go with as well. Okay, so guys, let me know where you're watching from. I know I've probably gotten to know quite a few of you guys already, but I thank you guys for being here. Let us know where you're coming from. Get into the chat. If you're just watching at home, whatever, wherever you're at, jump in the chat, say hi, share some information. Everybody in the chat's been fantastic over the weeks. So just continue to get involved in there. Germany, Iowa, awesome guys. Awesome. Amber, good to see you. Inian. All right. So with that being said, I'm going to pull up our thumbnail. Let me move some stuff around here. As always, we do briefly discuss the thumbnail of the day. And, well, guys, it's Marilyn Monroe. It's crazy how you can still tell exactly who this is, but the tattoo be kind of botched. I think this is a case of somebody kind of knew how to tattoo. They just didn't exactly have that comfortability when it comes to tattooing faces, especially over here. This side, you could have gotten away with it. If you literally cover half of it, it's okay-ish. But all in all, this is the kind of stuff we're trying to avoid. We get a little bit too confident sometimes, take on stuff we shouldn't do. It's a happy balance to push yourself to the next level, but don't let yourself get run over by yourself, right? The hair is not too bad. It's got a little bit of that spaghetti look, but still, it fits. It's just, the nose, the eyes, what do you guys think? Let me know. And if you're watching after the fact, let me know in the comments below. Okay, guys, we've gotten through that. Let's see. We got Andy here now, so I'm going to drop this out. Bam. Pull Andy on. Oh, Andy's gone. He left. Okay, he might be back. We saw Andy for a second, so you know he's here. But anyhow, guys, I'm not going to keep you waiting too much longer. Once Andy gets back in here, we're going to open up the email account and start looking at the stitches that you guys sent in, which I'm pretty excited to take a look at. All right. Where are you guys coming from? Again, we got a Germany, upstate New York. All right. We're just going to say hi for a few minutes, guys. If you're just getting in, give the stream a like. We're going to be getting down to business in just a few minutes. If you want to make a cup of coffee, do that thing. That's what we're doing here today. Marilyn Monroe, yep, will be a fun stream. I think it's going to be a fun stream. I really do. I'm a little tired. But you know what? I'm kind of amped on the fact that we're doing something different today. We're taking a look at your guys' stitch pieces. And I clicked just to check out a couple and make sure emails were legit. And I saw little peaks of ears, coming up from the stitch tattoos. And just the ears alone got me excited, man. Anyhow. Okay, what else we got here? Sorry, let me see. We got upstate New York again. Good evening, Contrasted. Good to see you, man. St. John's, Florida in the house. Humid, but definitely nice. All right. Anthony's got his coffee. I like it. Jester coming in from Wisconsin. Thank you, Jester, for being here. Let's see. We got Merlin right on. What do you do if the stencil wipes away the ink? What do you do if the stencil wipes? Oh, I got you. Wow. If the stencil's wiping away, if you starting to do the tattoo and you do a wipe and it's starting to go away, if you can, just stop right then and there. The first wipe, the stencil starts to go away, just stop. Let the thing dry longer. There's no problem. I'd rather make the client, oh, geez, coffee almost everywhere. I'd rather make the client wait there for 10, 15 minutes than struggle for 2 hours with a stencil that's falling apart on me. Also, you can dab that stencil, wipe the ink away from more stencil. You just got to be wise about where you place your hands and everything as you go. And so anyhow, that's probably not the entire answer, but that's some. Let's see. Idaho. We got Idaho here. All right. I like seeing people from all over the place. Don't waste the coffee, bro. I'm not trying to waste the coffee, but it's right here in front of me, and the microphone's in my way, and accidents happen. So, again, guys, we're going to be getting down to business in just a few minutes. Yes, somebody says, best way is to wait 15 minutes. Then when tattooing, best start from the bottom, work up. Absolutely. Always work from the bottom up. Just, unless you're tattooing from the side, you want to work from your bottom up, wherever that's at. And yes, 15 minutes or longer. After I put the stencil on is usually where I pour my inks and I make my needle selection. And, and then I wait a few more minutes after that. Andy said he can't get in. All right. Well, I'm going to send Andy a new. Oh, there he is. It says it's loading. All right, Andy, I'm going to try to throw you up here. Let me know how it's working for you, Anthony. All right, Anthony. Oh, I can hear you.
Am I in, Dev?
You're in. I can hear you. I don't know why I keep. Anthony made the last comment, so I keep wanting to call you Anthony now. Andy.
No, I'm having mega problems this end with my laptop, Dev. Just 1 minute.
Yeah, no problem.
I seem to have got you on the screen, and I can't see anything other. Have you done something different? Because all I've got is a screen full of comments.
No, nothing different. Nothing different. It's if you need a few more minutes, no problem.
Yeah, I'm just like I said, I've screwed everything up on my end, Dave.
I've done it too many times. I know.
With all screens and formats, and now.
Oh man, isn't that the way it goes?
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, and now everything's all wrong. It's like no
worries, no worries. You work that out. I will.
Right, I can see on. I'm just gonna bear with me.
Yep. Hey, we got Ontario. Whew. Might be another horrible speaking day, which shouldn't surprise anybody. We see both of you guys. Good. Best cartridges and where to get them. That is extremely subjective. I currently like using police cartridges from CNC, but I'm going to be trying some other brands out here, and I'll let you know if I like them or not. Just whatever I like is what I'll share with people. There's lots of companies that want you to this, that, and the other, and it's like, sure, if I like them, I will share them. If I don't, then I'll tell people about them, but if I'm not using them constantly, then I'm not going to, you know what I mean? So anyhow, got some new stuff coming in, going to test that stuff out. I'll let you guys know, but anyhow, they're not the. Oh, go ahead, Andy.
No, you're all right, Dave. I'm still.
I
don't understand what I've done. I've got half a screen of YouTube and half a screen of you.
Mm-hmm.
And it just keeps popping up with video and audio settings.
Yeah. As far as ink goes, guys, here I can drop you down. You want me to I can drop you down for a few minutes there if you want. And Hunter says, what about clients that's never had large tattoos and super twitchy the whole time with artists doing everything right, not causing excess trauma, etc. Just a horrible sitting person. Yes, they exist. And I wish there was some easy way, in my opinion, that I could just tell you to get through that. But that's just a fight. And for me, I get extra frustrated, probably just like anybody else, because I'm trying to do the best job possible. And when they're twitching and moving around, I already know that no matter what I do, there's no way I can get this to the top quality that I would like it to be. So already upset because I know the quality of work has to come down a notch, because every line's not going to be as perfect as I want them, because they're moving on every line. So I'm just trying to get the cleanest, nicest lines I can with the person moving and wiggling and twitching and crying. Those are people that absolutely you want them to have numbing cream if you can. It makes my job easier. I used to be against it. I'm not anywhere close to against it. Do what you got to do so I can do what I have to do. It's essentially what it comes down to. Numbing gel, yes or no? Yeah, I don't think everybody needs it. I don't think everybody should use it, but if you need it, you need it, especially for some key locations. Yeah, absolutely. Again, you're going to make my job easier. So I appreciate that. Tacoma, Washington. What is going on out there in Washington? Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to agree with Kyle on this one. He says he uses Eternal Fusion Industry ink, loves Dynamic, but Eternal is darker. I love Dynamic ink. For my black, I use Star Bright for my white, Eternal for color, and Intense for color as well. But also use some Star Bright colors as well. Some of those are really nice in my opinion. Yeah. So again, let's see. I'm gonna see if I missed anything. Let's see. We got from Moneybag, says great channel, Dave. Thank you. And again, guys, if you're just joining us, we are going to be getting down to business. We're just giving a little bit of time so we can work a few things out here as far as connections go and whatnot. So again, I appreciate y'all's patience. We are going to be getting into this in just a little bit. All right. Kyle, again, yeah, always use Sanoderm unless they are allergic. Now, for me, I like to use Recovery Derm. I just like the product better. It's smoother. It's cleaner. I like how it looks when it's completely peeled off and the thin plastic is over it. And to me, it's just a nicer looking. So anyhow, I prefer Recovery Derm, but it doesn't matter what kind of derm you use, in my opinion. If you can get it on the person, get it on the person, because it's going to make the healing better, which makes your tattoos better. The whole 9 yards. Absolutely. Some people are allergic to the adhesive, obviously. So I agree with you there. Yeah, and I will say, guys, that triple black, I think it's over the course of time. If you guys recall the video I made where we tested dynamic black versus dynamic triple black, and I really didn't see a whole lot of a difference, but it's on my leg. I see it every day, and I do notice that the triple black over time is just staying blacker, and it hasn't even been that long, but I can definitely take a look at it and tell the difference. So anytime I'm doing a large area that needs completely filled black or something, I will use triple black, because I just know, or I feel that it's going to be a darker black for longer. So I haven't mixed it in with my black, black and gray. But what I'm thinking about doing is putting my full black cap, instead of having that just regular dynamic black, making that triple black, and then using standard dynamic black for the rest of my washes as I mix down. All right. Yes, fake skins are awesome because they're never crying. They don't complain. They don't nothing. It is the best way to go. Oh, excuse me. Whew. Yep. How do you feel about World Famous ink? I've never tried World Famous ink, guys. Let me know. What do you guys think? I'm really in love with my gray wash setup right now, and I'm really comfortable with it. So I think it's going to be a while before I make any heavy changes as far as that goes. I'm thinking about dabbling in opaque grays, even though everybody thinks what I'm using is an opaque gray because it looks like an actual gray shade instead of just a watered down black. But it is literally watered down black with a few drops of white in it, so it looks gray. So my eyes can go, oh, I can easily see the different tones, but it's watered down black. But I might get into actually learning and experimenting with true grays where there is no white. There's no water added to your blacks. It's, maybe 5 drops of black and the rest of the cap's filled up with white mixed up. I hope that makes sense. All right. Let's see. How is Andy doing? All right. He's not there at the moment. All right. I'm going to give him just a few more minutes, Andy, and oh, there he is. I thought he was there. Eternal Opaque. How you like the Eternal Opaque? I use Eternal Opaque. Now, again, guys, just a couple minutes. We're going to open up the Stitch tattoos. I cannot wait to take a look at what you guys have come up with. I'm excited. I'm excited. And I hope you guys are too. If you're hanging out, guys, give the stream a like. If you're in the chat, if you're watching, whatever, support the stream. We're going to be getting to that shortly, I promise. So, again, Eternal Opaque Gray. Nice, nice. I feel like I would probably just make my own. Because I've gotten comfortable with that. The whole way that goes, I think that's how I'm eventually going to do my opaque grays, is just mix them myself. And but it's cool to see people using the other stuff. Toilet Water Ink Gray Wash 3. Is that a thing? Is that a thing? Was that a brand? That's a horrible name for a brand. If that's a Toilet Water Ink Gray Wash 3, that's a horrible name for a brand. All right. Yes, we do have some videos on the courses that we have, but at the same time, I'm the worst salesman in the world because I hate taking people's money. So literally everything in that course, most of that you can find for free in my, library of videos, right? Over there, it's just organized a bit better. And any money from that, we donate to a local dream center here. They feed the homeless, they give back to the community. So again, that's the only way I felt comfortable taking any money, is if we gave it to a good cause. So that's where it goes to every month. And we're not selling tons of these all the time because, again, most of it's available on the channel, but it is anywhere from $300 to $800 a month. We're able to donate to the Dream Center. So a big thank you to all you guys who have supported that. I really do appreciate that. Okay. All right. Andy, are you good?
Yeah, I think so, Dave.
Oh, dang, man.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure somebody will tell me if I'm not.
It's all good. We'll shrink down into our little mini squares here shortly, so any of our glitching won't be noticeable. Okay, so all right, guys, we're officially going to open up the tattoomesomething@gmail.com and start taking a look at your guys' work. So here we go. All right. So down here at the bottom, the very first person who sent something in was Chris Whitford. So again, here we go, guys. Give the stream a like right now. Give it a like, subscribe, notifications. Here we go. I'm truly excited. Here we go. Bam. All right. Oh, man. Hey, guy. I sent in a portrait last week on the crappy fake skin. First and foremost, Andy is a legend for the baby oil tip, and this was done on the crappy fake skin because I already bought it, so I might as well use it. Hope everyone likes it.
Go
right on. So the baby oil is the shit.
Honestly,
apparently.
it's the business. It shifts it like nothing else.
And this is that crappy fake skin. Dang.
Damn.
Dude, I like it. I love that background more than anything.
Yeah,
I love the background.
Background's nailed it. Love the background.
And he added this tree.
That's what it's all about. This is what we said to people.
Cool. I like it.
This is what we said to people. I mean, looking here, Dave, I'm looking at his diamond, the one with a fat outline. He's done a really nice. For crappy fake skin, he's done a nice job.
Oh yeah.
And he's kept it true. He's kept the big diamond, fat outlines. He's kept the little diamonds, thin outlines, and they're on fake skin, and they're looking good. To be fair, they're looking good. I don't know how long this kid's been tattooing.
I agree. I mean, that you're on some really crappy fake skin, which is hard to get color packed and packed smoothly. The background is killer. It's my favorite part. Not taking anything away from Stitch. I just really love how you dove into this background, gave it a full thing, added the tree, and it even is a nice relief to the eye to have these two diamonds right here that are empty, nothing in them.
Yep.
I think if I was going to sit here and do any kind of critiquing, the only thing I would say is maybe in the mouth we could have had that color just saturated just a slight bit more, but I'm sure it's difficult using this skin. And then maybe you could have found a way to just tuck in a few darker blues or a darker purple, you know what I mean? Like just maybe a little bit down in the ear to show it's down a little bit more. A little bit of dark, which I think you did. If I look right over here, you can see it's just a little bit darker in certain spots here. So maybe just emphasize that a little bit more. But overall, I think it looks solid. Super cool.
I think he's done a killer job. Like I say, even if it's been a bit dark, but this is just artistic choice again. I mean, bit dark or even a little bit lighter than purple in the ears. That purple maybe running into a pink, you know, out on the outer edge.
Yeah, that would have been nice too. Yeah.
You know, it popped it off. Like you say, back at mouth maybe a bit darker, and as it comes to the front where the light's just getting into his mouth, add it a little bit lighter. Couple of tons, but this kid's running on the cheapest of cheapest skins, and he's knocked this out. I give up. I told you, I had 3 hours, and I give up on this stuff.
Right.
But this is a good job. I mean, even let's bang it down to fundamentals. Look at the trunk on the palm tree. It's got a slight taper on it from top to bottom,
right?
And it's looking crisp.
It does.
You know, either side is looking crisp. His lines, I'm looking at his lines around the outside of the stitch. They look crisp. They look solid. They're looking. They're not too wobbly. Couple of little places a little bit wobbly, but hey,
right. Nothing's drawing your eye. Your eye's not pulled into any one specific line or one specific spot.
Yeah, and ours left the open spots. This is total artistic interpretation. The background is absolute killer. Love it.
Yeah.
Way's taken this. He's run with it. He's put the sunset in. Added the little sun, a couple of little birds in top.
Yeah, right.
And just literally run with this thing. Banging job. Absolute banging job.
Nice job. And here's the other thing, guys. Again, so we're going to be voting on whose was the best, right? So remember the different ones we go through, and in the comments below, you have to do it in the comments. So if you think about it after the video's over, I don't know if you can comment in the middle of a live. I don't know how that works. But anyhow, comment below which one you think is the best for the week. Moving forward, guys, if I get stuff from company, a lot of times we'll give away tattoo machines on the channel when we get them in and whatnot. But I think from now on, we're going to give them away to the winners of these competitions, needles away, whatever. So I would like to amp it up over time. So again, whoever you think is the best, let us know in the comments below. This person's name is Chris Whitford. Chris Whitford. He's the first one we had to take a look at.
And let's be right. This is cheap fake skin. It's taken my tip. It's cleaned it with baby oil. Look how clean it is.
Yeah.
Look how clean this skin is. It works. It really does work.
Baby oil. All right. Sweet. So we got Chris Whitford. And guys, thank you for sending these in. Honestly, Chris, yours was sent in really like the 24th. So you had to like download this thing and just went to town immediately. Fantastic. Thank you, guys. It's just fun stuff for us as well. Next up is Todd Cronin. I'm just going to go with Todd. This is a lot of information, but hey, we're going to read it. Here's my submission for the challenge/critique. While looking for one of your videos on a technique, I happened to see the tube video you did on the 21st going over people's work and giving advice. I think this is a great one to join in, show where I'm my current work, get some feedback. I'm 52 and an animated professional. I'm teaching myself how to tattoo because I have always wanted to and decided now is the time to jump in and give all the advice and tutorials available online. I did try and speak to a local tattoo artist, but no one would open up and talk with me. That's not a surprise. Most were very guarded. Anyhow, I started in late May of this year and very quickly went from fake skin, which is not good canvas at all, to work on and jump to using pig skin from a butcher shop. That seems to be working out well. Attached, you will find the stitch tat I did. I used a 7-round liner for the main line work and an 11-round liner for the larger triangle. I wanted to add some line weight to the design, doing thicks and thins around the curved area for weight. I think the right ear can use another small pass to add better weight on it. Overall, not bad. There's no shading or color on this piece as I'm trying to get my line quality to where it needs to be. I practiced a few shading techniques, but for this, I was only concerned with the line weight practice. Is there a trick to getting the stencil to wipe away? Well, I think we heard that one. It makes my lines look like they are fuzzy in places when they are not. As you can see, the purple. Okay. All right. Thanks for the opportunity to show my work. You'll be the second professional I've ever shown anything to. All right. All right, Todd. Well, I think we get. All right. So this is Todd, and this is on pigskin. Oh, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I think these lines look pretty good.
Yep, same again with his outer diamond. Kept the line weight.
Solid. I like that. He even said it himself, not worried about doing color right now. He just wants to focus on the line work. And I think that's smart to just know, like, it's a little challenge, but also know yourself, right? And I think he did a really nice job with these lines.
Yes, he's done a nice job with these lines. Nice, right? If I were really going to pick anything up on it, as well, looking at left foot, top manky toe that's all in wrong place. Looks like he's gone round it a couple of times on that line, maybe missed and gone over. It looks like a double banged line.
Yeah, plus that was that wacky toe as well.
that was that wacky toe, but it looks like he's gone probably over it maybe once and gone back down. But the other lines, this kid is just literally taking the design and laid himself bare to everybody on here. This is my line work. That's all you're going to get to see. That is it. Except for it's saturated on the top of the eyebrows, which is nice saturation. The eyes look to be saturated well. There's a little bit. It's got a little bit of black in the back of the mouth, which looks to be saturated well. His choice of line weights, and I was using his line weights. I like it. It's a nice piece. It's clean.
Yeah, I like it. What I actually like here, real quick before we move on, is this line right here. It starts thin, comes down, kind of thickens out very smoothly, thins back out. Here we have a thin line, thickens out. So it's smartly done. Around the face is a little bit bolder than maybe in some of these thinner spots. So, I definitely think it was cool that you monkeyed around with the line weights because overall it adds to the overall piece. Same here in the chest. It's kind of thick, thins out, goes thick, but it doesn't look like it's a mistake. It looks very purposely done, and it shows. Fantastic work, man. Thank you.
That's it. I mean, just going apart from that, the three diamonds, you look at the diamonds, the lines are pretty goddamn straight.
They are. They're very smooth too.
You know what I mean? Smooth. There's no wiggles, wobbles, and that. Like I say, he's done a really good job. He's laid himself out there for everybody as this lad. Really nice job. I appreciate what he's done. I really do appreciate what he's done here with this one.
Yeah, definitely like it. And this is Todd. Let me see. So if you guys are voting after the fact, this is going to be Todd if you want to vote for Todd. Also, we didn't see any peg leg stitches yet. So somebody was asking. No peg leg stitches yet. So again, Todd, thank you for sending this in. Todd's 52, getting into it. I think you're doing things right, man. Thank you for sending that in. Our next person is Audrey. Audrey. All right. So hello, my name is Audrey. I haven't been tattooing for very long. I enjoy watching your channel. P.S. This fake skin is garbage. It is garbage. It is garbage. Again, guys, maybe this week I'll actually try to get with the brand Real Skin and see if I can get can you give us a discount code? Because, I feel like we tell people to use it. It'd be cool to give a discount code with it. So I'm going to try to hit them up, see if we can get anything. Now, if it'll help, But anyhow, get yourself a good fake skin. But with that said, let's dive in. Okay, let me find a decent spot here. Okay. It's not horrible by any means. Again, she's new at it, but definitely have issues with the lining, maybe trying to follow that stencil, even the straighter lines kind of fall off and look like they've been gone over a few times. It might even be hammered in a little harder than it would need to be, but and the foot over here doesn't.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Andy.
Like I said, she's laying herself bare again. Just line work. She's openly admitted not good skin. She's not going to help you. Also, that she hasn't been doing it long. But there's a couple of redeeming qualities. The bigger diamond, the top left-hand line. If you look at that coming through there, it's pretty consistent. It's pretty solid. It is. But then also look at the bottom right-hand line that goes through Stitch's backside. Yeah, that's pretty much the same.
Sure.
Lost it a little bit in areas on the top and the bottom and the finer line diamonds. But there is redeeming qualities in this, albeit that you can tell it's been done by somebody that's not been tattooing very long.
Right. It's and then if some of the feet get a little confusing, we kind of lose a little bit of the toes here. And again, this is part of that getting used to tattooing stuff, getting used to following lines. She said she's very new at it. So again, like Andy said, kudos to you for taking a chance and putting it all out there, right? There's no colors, no shading. You're showing your lines, and
And
you know, not bad for.
Yeah, you go through some of the lines, Dave, and some of the lines are not bad at all, and then some of them have got away from her.
Right.
But hey, we've all got to start somewhere. We've
That's
all got to learn somewhere. Nobody's a Picasso overnight.
That's right.
And there's some people that, like I said, we make no bonds about it, me and you, Dave. Nothing special, just two regular guys that just do regular tattoos. That is it.
That's it.
That is it.
Just doing the best.
That's it. Just trying to do his best. And we're just trying to pass on a bit of information because there's limited information out there and help. But they haven't done bad with this, in my eyes.
Right. No, I don't think they've done bad either. I think they just need a little bit more time. Take a look at this. And this is the other great part about why we're doing this and why we decided that if we can get a bunch of people to do the same kind of a piece. So you at home, this is Audrey. If you're watching, you know, or you're in the chat and you're like, okay, yeah, I do see mine. You know, I see the flaws here and there. You can also be proud of your work as well. It's on fake skin. You're not hurting anybody. And the other thing is when we start to go through other pieces, you can see what they did and kind of see, you know what I mean? You can kind of see the same piece you did done by other people who are at different levels of the journey. You know what I mean? So you can see where, oh, okay, I can get to this point. Anyhow, it's supposed to be a somewhat encouraging operation as well. But yeah, thanks for sending that in, Audrey. All right.
What's that? Do I send
somebody says, do I?
Go on, I think you're reading it, Dev.
Say that?
I think you read it the same one as me. Do I send the drawing to the email on your link or on the screen? If it's a stitch drawing, you send it to the one in the link, which is, what is it, Dev? Is it tattoo me something?
Tattoo me something. Yep.
But that's stitch and stitch only.
Yeah, only stitch tattoos. Send it to tattoomesomething@gmail.com. It's in the description of this video. Is where you also find the link to download the stitch piece. We'll be doing the stitch one more week, so it's this Sunday and next Sunday. So if anybody wants to continue to get in on it, next Sunday, same thing. In the description below, you're going to see a Google Drive link. Click on that. It'll take you to the stitch stencil. You can download that. Do whatever you want with it. Put it on fake skin, real skin, pig skin. And then when you're done with it, you can email it to the email that's also in the description, tattoomesomething@gmail.com. If you just want to get in on having us review your work, you can send it to the email scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Once we get through these 11 emails, we will jump over and start going through work that was sent in that is non-stitch related.
Yeah. Are we
okay?
Next week, you're leaving the stitch one running for another week.
We can, unless you think, what do you guys think?
Could leave it running for another week if anybody else wants to top up and send some more in. And then are we putting another one out on next week's live? Different one?
Yeah, I think next week we will introduce the new one while saying goodbye to our stitch one.
Right. Yep. So.
Yep, it'll be the same email address. It'll just be, we'll leave the stitch in there, guys, if you want it, if you just want to have it in case you want to tattoo it later on to see how you do and go back and watch the stream later. But we'll add a new piece to that same Dropbox. At least that's the plan as of right now.
What's this? Anonymous. Okay. Yeah. Come on, Anonymous. Get one done, send it in. Don't be feeling too shy.
Yeah,
Don't be afraid to send your work in. It's not as if we're going to blow you out of water unless it's completely bad. But a lot of these are on fake skin anyway, so it's only going to be criticism and see where we can put you right. Most people that get blown out of water is when they jump to real skin before they should do.
Yeah, that's when if we were going to be rude or or very specific, it's going to be then. But if you're on fake skin and you're having troubles, mistakes are happening, or don't look perfect, we're just going to point them out and move along, you know? And that's pretty much the whole purpose of what we're doing here. So that brings us to Contrasted Ink. Hey, Dave and Andy, hope you guys are doing super awesome. Been watching the content in my off time. I think it's super cool to do this comparison content like this. Here's my submission. Skin is brand Frankenskin. Size is about 5 inches. All right. Size. Oh, wait. Somebody's got a discount code right here. I'm going to share this on the screen. Guys, if you're trying to get yourself some fake skin, Steve Green's got an SF35 discount code for real skin websites. Capitals, so all the guys notice it. Hope That's good. Yes, guys,
Cool.
if you're interested, thank you, Steve. Anyhow, I'll drop that back down. Okay, let's take a look. Contrasted. What do you got? Oh, ain't that cool?
Wow, it's bright.
It is very bright. Wow. You know what? I kind of like this. Wasn't sure at first with the green and the yellow. It's an interesting color combo. It's fun to see what other people came up with. I think they nailed the blues correctly. Getting the nose just a little bit darker was right. They went with a brighter color inside the mouth, which is fine. I think the only thing that, if I had to point anything out, as far as lining and stuff goes, and it could be me, Andy, I'm not sure. Does this line right here appear to be like arced a little bit?
Yeah,
it kind of distracts.
As it comes through the ear, it looks, just as it gets to ear, it looks to go up a little bit.
Yeah, and then on the other side, it
just comes down and then goes straight.
Yeah.
Like I said, the blues, it's very, very Disney-esque, is the colours.
Yeah.
What I think he has done, I think Contrasted has done, but I think what he should have done in the ears, I think he's gone for a slightly deeper pink in the base, but I don't think the separation between that pink and the outer pink is enough
to show contrast between
just to show the contrast in it. But yeah, it's very, very, like I said, Disney. Very Disney-ified piece. A lot of colour, wall-to-wall colour.
Yeah.
Saturation's fairly good.
It
just looks a bit patchy in the places in ear and some maybe in the mouth.
Right.
Couple of little fine, like the left-hand diamond, Dave, the bottom line. I don't know whether it's me. Just looks like it's wobbled off a little bit, but hey, it can happen to the best of us.
Sure. You know what? I love the colors. I think the only problem, or the one thing I think would take this up a notch, if you left everything exactly the same, if you had outlined Stitch in the other triangles, not the big one, in a thicker line. So I think we have just a little bit too thin of a line throughout. You know, I feel like in some, especially like a cartoony tattoo, you want a little bit of like line definition, separation. Obviously, your color does a good job of separating the different planes and whatnot. But again, a thicker line, which would have really helped out a lot. Same with around the triangles. That one thing alone, I think would have been a game changer. I just noticed it. I like the tiny little detail you put in the collar there. Just that little bit of orange or whatnot to give it that little shimmer. Cool little touch as well. All right. Yeah, nice job. Black's packed in well. Be proud of yourself, man. And
he's fixed his left foot.
He did fix the left foot.
He did fix the left foot.
Looks good.
Yep.
Uh-huh. Nice job. And Danik says, good job, Contrasted. You didn't keep it a secret. I saw it on Instagram. Yes, guys, it's awesome. Share this stuff. Stuff. Somebody else asked, did I finish the Freddy Krueger tattoo from the other day? I did. You can go check it out on Instagram or Facebook. Our links are in the description. Or right here, actually, on the screen. And then while we're at it, real quick, guys, bam, let me go. I'm going to keep Andy's up for a little while. Go follow Andy as well, guys, right there. I'm going to let that's going to stay up for a few minutes there. Go show some support for Andy. It's late over there. It's late in the UK. All right.
Nearly into the next day.
Thanks, Contrasted. Thanks for sending that in. All right. So next one we're coming up to is Dustin Holloway. All right. Contrasted says, thanks, guys. It was a lot of fun. Awesome, dude. I'm glad you had fun. We had fun checking it out.
Yeah. That's what it's all about. As long as you've had fun.
Mm-hmm. All right. Dustin is up next. Says, I've been practicing for a few months now, just for fun. Lines got away from me, but still super fun. That's awesome to know. It's super fun. Plus, I can already see up over here you're doing other stuff, which is good. Interesting. Let's take a look at this. Okay. I would say the lines did get away from you. One specifically, which I'm sure you know, is this one right here. It might have been wise to just go ahead and match that thickness all the way around at that point. The thickness you have and the rest of the lining seems pretty consistent. I really think, which I'm sure you understand, the problem here is with the color packing And it looks like you went ahead and took like gray washes or some sort of black and really just put that in everywhere where you thought you'd want the shading, and then tried to go back over top of it with some color. That's the vibe I'm getting, and it just kind of comes off as a dirty sort of a look. So I'll let Andy go on there for just a second.
I mean, I don't know what skin is used. I'm looking at the
I can move that. Let me see if I can find that for you, Andy. It looks like it's squared off on the edges. I don't know, but you can also see through it.
Yeah, this is. I'm looking at the diamond. I'm looking at his diamond. Like it's open helmet. It got away from him. You can see we've got varying line weights. Whether this is done on purpose, which I don't think it will have been. I think the lines have got away from him, and what he's done is they've just got wider and wider and wider, and then, for want of a better way, you've ended up 4 sides, 4 different line weights. And that just looks a bit funky.
Right.
Like I say, the colours are looking a bit muddy. He has got decent colour separation between the tones to make it pop out. They've just got muddy and they're a bit patchy. What I do like is where he's used the separation of colours inside the mouth, between the tongue, the gums and the back of the mouth. That's not lost. It's all there. And then you look at the eyes, the black seems to be packed in. The black seems to be packed in, in the eyeballs.
Yeah, for sure. Nicely.
But like I say, and then I look at some of his lines, like some of the lines that are going over like the outsides of the legs and stuff like that. Some of them look to be decent, quite smooth. He's managed to get his toenails in.
Yeah, he did get some stuff there. I wish for this person, Dustin, I think when working in colors, it's probably best to try to make a dark. Maybe you tried. There's a lot of learning going on here. You said you're mainly focusing on doing lines, so this might all be new to you. So just share my thoughts. Is so where you want it to be dark, try not to use a black or whatever. Maybe try to use a darker blue of some kind. Maybe the color palette you have isn't very vast, and maybe that's part of the problem you're struggling with there. But I would try to veer away from using gray washes or gray tones in your colors to try to make the color you want. Try to mix other colors, use some darker colors. You get your depth in there by using darker colors, deep purples or something instead of black. Because if not, you're going to end up getting this kind of a muddy effect that you have here. And it's nothing wrong. You're learning, right? No harm, no foul. But that would be my biggest issue here, aside from the lining around his face and everything. Like, this is all pretty decent, right? Not too bad. There's some boo-boos around the triangles. So I think for lining the stitch is overall not bad. I think, again, your color saturation and color work is what would need improvement, other than some lining, I guess. So, yep. But again, guys, if you want to do these again, you can always do them again for next week. But, if you guys want to hook Dustin up and vote for him, go ahead, let us know in the comments. Dustin for the win, right? Because again, we are going to be moving through these guys. All right. So Lee's up next. Lee Inc. He wrote some stuff down here. Here we go. Hey, Dave, just want to say I love the show. Me and my wife are longtime fans of yours and Andy's. Awesome. I decided to put your design on some real skin, some true human skin. Please let me know what you think. I have been doing tattoos for 6 months now. Me and Andy talk on Instagram, and he gives me a lot of advice as well. Thank you all for your time. And for the record, this was Andy's design. Andy designed this little piece for you guys. Yeah, which I thought was really cool.
I don't, like I said, he actually sent me, he has an Instagram account, does this kid. If anybody wants to check him out, I think is it Ink Kings 1 or something like that. But he did send me it through and he says, what do you think? I haven't sent him any feedback on it. And that, because it's like we're doing it today. But I'll be honest, Dave, when he sent it through and it come through, oh, wow, somebody's actually put it on human skin.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I know.
Somebody's brave.
Yeah. In case you guys don't know, me and Andy chit chat throughout the week and try to see what's going on, how many emails we had, and yeah, this was like the first one that we'd realized, and we told him, we realized he didn't email it to us. We're like, hey, tell him to email it. So it's in the show here. So he got it to us. But yeah, it was awesome to think, wow, it's on human skin. And it doesn't look bad.
No,
it
it's
doesn't
bright.
Look bad.
It's bright.
Yeah, I my favorite part is the ears, to be quite honest. I love how they went from this deep purple out and just ended with a little bit of pink, but not enough to where it clashes with the pink in the background.
And it does in the diamonds. It goes from a deeper pink, and if you look, it's a lighter pink on some of his edges.
Yeah, I think that was by design, huh? I was wondering because it looks like there's a little bit of a gap here.
But it's lighter pink by the look of it.
Yeah,
but I'm looking again. The line work, the diamond, the fat line, pretty crispy. Yeah. It's pretty crispy. Is that? I'm pretty. I know it's curved around somebody's arm, so it's going to be a little bit hard at the bottom.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. I think that curve is because of the arm curving.
Yeah, but the lines look pretty symmetrical, pretty crispy. And I'm also looking at this line work round the stitch. It looks fairly smooth.
Yeah,
fairly consistent.
I like it.
Yep, stitches, claws, they're on point.
Very clear.
You know what I mean? Clean mouth, super saturated. It's packed. It's packed well. You know, the colours in. And
it's on human skin too. So I mean, there's no. You know, what kind of fake skin is it? Kind of a
thing. There's no throwing this one away. It's do you know what I mean? Like I say, it's a nice piece done on skin, and he's managed to get it in there. Managed to get the colours in. Keep it quite, like we say, bright and happy. It's a happy piece. You know what I mean? It's nice to look at.
The only thing, if and again, it's just subject to how you want to do it. You could do it just like this, but again, in my book, I would love to just have just a little bit of separation of the blues. It's all blue, where we know some spots are a little bit darker. Maybe try to pack it a little bit more there. But it'd be cool just to talk. If you can talk a little bit of depth in a color piece anywhere here and there, a little bit along the sides where it would be shadowed, a little under the chin, maybe, you know, just a few spots right behind the ear, a little bit darker or whatnot. So you create a little bit more of a dynamic.
Be careful, person that it's on's in chat.
What's that?
The person that this is on is actually in the chat.
Oh, good. I think they got a solid tattoo. Really cool.
Is it Kayla Steele? Kayla Steele, it's on me. He's done a really good job, Kayla.
She loves it too.
She loves it.
Good. I don't see why you wouldn't love it. It's a cool little banging tattoo. Sweet.
At the end of the day, as long as you like it, it doesn't matter what anybody else says. As long as you like it, that's it. That's what it boils down to.
Look at contrasted over here. He said, I'll give them the win just for the size, the fact it's on real skin. And it looks good, right? I mean, just because it's on real skin, human skin doesn't mean it should win. But this one turned out well. The color's saturated well. The rest of the stuff, it just comes down to personal preference, you know? That's where it becomes kind of the hazy line of like, all right, well, what would I like to see? Well, it's not my tattoo. I didn't sit down and talk to her. You know, it's a good guy. But nice job, man. And thank you for getting that in. It was cool to see it even before the live stream. Who is it? This was Lee. Guys, if you want to vote for Lee, in the comments below, Lee for the win if you want Lee to win. And they get bragging rights for a week. And, and I'll see about maybe getting some needles out to whoever wins. I got a bunch of needles that from different brands I haven't used. I haven't even opened. So good stuff, too. And I don't want to see them go to waste. So maybe we'll give some needles away for now. Here is my wonky stitch. Thank you. This was super fun and challenging. That's exactly what it should be, Katie. Fun, yet challenging. Just something different, you know? So anyhow, this is Katie, guys. Let's take a look. Hey, everybody's going with this green, huh? This is the brand Real Skin. You can tell, in my opinion, it looks to be Real Skin. Has that sort of I kind of like how they did some of this. Now the lining around this diamond here and this diamond here, it's a little off. Obviously, it's not quite straight, not quite symmetrical. The big diamond, in my opinion, is a little bit better, but we're still kind of moving and rolling with it. What I like about this one is they added that little bit of darkness, that little bit of shadow here, a little bit of shadow here, a little bit in the back, behind the ears. And I don't know if I love it or not, but I kind of think this little blue streak they have up in the ear is kind of cool.
You beat me to it, Dave, because I was just going to say to you, I really like what they've done with that here. Just that little bit of blue. That is I don't know. That is super Disney. That is super Disney-esque. Is that, having that through there? It's through that ear. That's a nice touch, in my opinion. That is a nice touch.
Yeah, I do like it. I mean, I think there's some spots that could be a little smoother in the lining. I think their color work, or their how they work color and how they saturate color is good. I think the lining has to catch up with it yet. Maybe they have a bit more of a color theory background or what have you, and that's a plus. Whatever background you have when you get in tattooing is going to add to it. When it comes to lining and stuff, that's just like working your way through a technique, working your way through a skill, learning a skill, trying to get better and better at that skill. So that's why when me and Andy were talking, we decided that we wanted to have some sort of a diamond, some sort of a shape out in the open. So, you can't hide certain things here. So again, obviously you got to work on lining a little bit, and that shows. But I think from a color perspective, really like it.
Yeah. Like I said, could have got away with a lot more and did a lot more if they'd have jumped up and used a round shader or using a. We see with this piece, you could have got away with using an 11 round liner, no problem. Round outside. Don't show as much of you wobbling up. Gives it a nice, because it's Disney, it's a cartoon character.
Right.
You can basically do whatever you wanted with it. But a super bold line doesn't show your wiggles and waves up as much. That'd have been a good way to go. Super,
super cool. Nice job, guys. Yeah. If you want to see Katie for the win, comment below. Katie for the win. So thank you, Katie. Thank you for all you guys so far, the hard work you put in making these, letting us check them out.
Totally appreciate it.
Yeah, putting yourself out there.
It's like you say, guaranteed. Just do one of the pieces. There you go. You're guaranteed to get your critique, aren't you, Dev?
Yeah, that's the best part, is if you submit your work, you got to be here live, Andy. You got to be live right now, and not everybody can. But if you do these stitches or whatever the tattoo challenge is, you can submit it at midnight on some random day. It doesn't matter. Come Sunday, we're going to go in order of those tattoo challenges first.
Yep.
Once those are over, all those get looked at, then we'll jump over and start reviewing work sent in. So, okay. Good point, though, Andy. Next person up is Robert E. So, quick recap. Okay, never mind. It's Bob. Robert E. Bob, whatever you want to call him. Quick recap here. From North Idaho, been at it for almost 9 months, and I greatly appreciate you and your YouTube channel for helping me get this far. That's awesome. Now I'm finished because I couldn't keep my eyes open last night. But here's my stitch tattoo. Thanks again, brother. Hope you like it.
Cool.
Oh, man. I'm looking at it from a distance, man.
I'm quite interested in this one.
Oh, man. Oof. Baby.
This one's is gone above and beyond.
That's what I'm talking about right there. This is the level of depth I was.
That's rich, is that blow?
It's very nice. It's a tricky thing to do, but when you get that in there, it really pops. You can like look into Stitch. He's got depth to him, but that's subjective. Not everybody wants this kind of a stitch. Not everybody wants this kind of a thing in a tattoo. So if you do your color flat, it's just personal preference, right? I just happen to personally like this. That's all.
Yeah. Well, what I am going to say, this is obviously he's added in one of the diamonds. We've got a face. I don't know. Sure. It's a bit dark, and I think that this is going to let your tattoo down a little bit because it's a little bit dark. Same with the butterfly. Your butterfly is really, really dark, my friend. If it had been bright, a little bit less on the use of black and more on the brighter colours, I think would have gone a long way. I think but if you look inside the mouth, like you're saying, Dave, the depth where it's got round the teeth, can you see where it's put that bit of black round the teeth to create that depth? Yeah. And in the back of the tongue.
And these highlighted spots, leaving these open.
Yeah.
Whether you want to go back and some of them add white or just leave it skin. I mean, it breathes well. It has depth and highlights, darks and lights.
That right-hand triangle, whether they wanted to do anything with that foot or just leave as it is, it works as it is.
I like it. I like it like that. I hope they kind of leave it alone as well. Yeah. You want to go and add all you want to here? Go ahead. I like that they added the Ohana, and I like where they were going with this too. And you having the other character in the other diamond, but again, just too dark.
Yep. Like I said, looking at his diamond around the outside, looks pretty solid.
Oh yeah.
Just if I were going to say anything, I don't know whether it's the angle of the photo, the top left-hand line as opposed to the bottom of the triangle. Not the very bottom, Dave, just under his feet. Them two lines under there looked, or the other lines looked to be fatter than
I see what you're saying.
you know,
It's
the
a little
top
bit thinner
left-hand
up
line.
here.
Yeah, that's a little bit thinner. Whether it's a design, see, we don't even know whether he's designed it like that. But obviously, but we put it out to be done as basically symmetrical all the way around. That diamond, it's kept pretty true to the line weights and everything. I like it. I think he's done a great job. Whether it's finished, obviously he says it's not finished because he fell asleep. Hey-oh. But
it still looks good.
It still looks good.
Like the color. Yeah, the lining looks pretty crisp overall. And it's just subjective. Just not a huge fan of the Lilo inside, the diamond, and the butterfly. At least they match, but they're both a little bit on the dark side.
A bit on the dark side for me compared to the stitch. Yeah. I mean, the highlighting and the lighting work for the darks and lights on the stitch. Nice. Good job. Really good job.
Absolutely. So if you guys want to vote for Robert or Bob, let's go with Robert. Sorry, Bob. We're going to go with Robert because that's what it says on the email. If you want to vote for Robert, put Robert down in the comments below. Thank you, Robert, for sending that in. All right, guys. We only got a few more left here. Next up is this Michael? Let's see. What? Hi, Dave and Andy. I screwed it up, but I'll send it anyway. I like it. I like it. I like the fact that you said screw it. I'm sending it whether I. Oh, Robert says Robert works. Ah, good, Robert. I didn't even know you were in the chat. That's awesome. Here's Robert, guys. He's the one that did the last one, and we appreciate you sending that in, Robert. All right. Okay, but I'll send it anyhow. Luckily, it's only on Real-Skin, the brand Real-Skin. Greetings from Switzerland. All right, here we go. Whoa, okay. Oh. I was expecting a bit like an actual screw up. This is not bad. I see what you're talking about. Okay. That one's a little solid of a dip right there. This one here a little bit. A few of the lines, but I mean it's not botched by any means.
No, could run a fatter liner through it.
Yeah, you could absolutely go over this, and if you wanted to like really hold on to this and you weren't submitting it into this, and absolutely, like Andy said, thicker line here and just kind of smooth that all out and be done with that.
Yeah, I don't know for me. I mean, he's done it in black and grey. Appreciate, like we said, you can do it any way you wanted. Could have just done with a few more lighter tones, and this is a case of, I know we said a lot of the time, could do with more black. This is the time where it could have done with a bit more open space. A little bit more of the lighter tones in it. It's got dark. I think where he means he may have botched it. I think it may have got dark on him really quick. I'm not sure. But for me, it's mainly that it's too dark. Could have been left open in a few places.
I think you could be. I think you're probably right there. And at the same time, I can also appreciate the fact that it wasn't not just one noted. I like that we have some depth in here where you would expect there to be some sort of a lack there of light. There is a lack there of light, which is obviously used with darkness. I like the face, probably my favorite. You left it kind of light enough to see, but I mean overall, I kind of like the black and gray piece. Really,
I like the black and gray piece.
I like the black and gray. Maybe in real life, this could probably have some white highlights in it, which would probably bump it up and take away that darker feel that you get from it. But pretty cool. I think other than the diamonds and a couple of the diamonds.
It's not a bad piece by far. It's not a bad piece at all.
Yeah.
By far. And like you said, that the silly things and the minor things that you look for in this are still there, like the shape on the claws. Easy thing to overlook.
Right.
You just do rounded ends, and they're all there. The bulk of the main black diamond, it's not all over the place.
Right.
It's pretty crisp. So you take all them into factors. It's not a bad job at all. It was just my opinion. I felt, but it was a bit dark. But people do like dark tattoos.
Sure, but that's the beauty of it, and I like that it's two different people who like, you know what I mean, see different stuff. I'll never forget when you saw that freaking name in that tattoo. I don't know how you saw that name. Like, are you kidding me? I thought you were looking at a totally different tattoo, man.
No, it just makes you look harder now, though, Dave. Doesn't it? Now people are seeing stuff like that. It
does, man. We're staring at. We almost were done talking about. It's like, what about the name in the tattoo? Name? What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is subjective. To some, it could be a little dark. To others, not. I mean, it is riding that happy line, but again, I do think white would take it to that level where the contrast would all equal out perfectly. But putting white in fake skin is a hard thing to do, in my opinion, to make it look good. Anyhow, so again, guys, if you want to vote for, I think it's Michael, Mitchell, maybe I can't speak words very well, from Switzerland. Then in the comments below, put his name down there and let us know you want to vote for him. And thank you for sending that in, man. I know you said you might have screwed up a couple things, but thank you. I was hoping we get a black and gray stitch because I know it's way fun to do this stuff in color. So thank you for sending in that black and gray version. All right. I have no idea how to spell this person, say this person's name. Greetings from El Paso, Texas. Right on. B Chomps. All right. B Chomps is this person's name. So if you want to vote for this person, B Chomps. Greetings from El Paso, Texas. Found your show a few months ago. It's been very helpful. That's awesome to hear. Got a cheap kit back in June. These two are the 7th and 8th tattoos I have done so far. First one I lined with the 5-round liner. Second one was done with the 3-round liner. Packed color in with the 7-round mag, or just a 7 mag at 8 hertz on both. Still working on trying to keep the sheepskin clean. Any advice? Well, Andy is telling you. Andy, what's your advice?
Oil. Get the baby oil. It works. It just does it, honestly. People go, what do I clean it with? What do I do this way? I've put in the comments so many times before. And it's like, does nobody read the comments? You know, I mean, does nobody want to give it a go? Somebody's give it a go, the tip, and they're like, cheers for the tip. It works. Yeah, it does. You know what I mean? Been using it for years.
Yeah.
Honestly. Cleans it so easy.
I don't, and not to whine, but I make videos and literally will sell people in the video information, and in the comments and the questions, it will be literally asking me stuff what I said like 5 times in the video.
Yeah.
And so sometimes you're like, come on, man, just watch the video all the way through. You're going to answer all the questions that you have now. So I do get it. Andy's over here like standing on a mountain yelling, baby oil, but nobody's listening. It's like, oh, dang it. I get it. Yeah, this is a toughie because it's not cleaned off. We want to start with this one up here, Andy.
Yeah, we'll start with top one, where he's done the solid outside. Well, it's the lines are definitely in.
Yeah,
I will give it that.
This is that thin and rough fake skin.
It's really thin.
Yeah,
but like I said to you, cleaning. If you clean off with baby oil, it don't matter whether it's fake skin, cheap skin. It don't matter whether it's expensive, real skin, Franken skin, pound of flesh. It will clean it. It cleans it all. Honestly. Yes, some of the lines have got away with him. I do. Excuse me. Little things like he's kept the claws. He's kept them sharp, not overlooked them, not decided to go the lazy way, and round the pointed toes off.
Yeah.
The bottom of the foots, which would be looking at his left-hand foot, is actually quite a nice rounded curve that comes underneath it on there. And some of it, the lines aren't horribly wobbly, as in somebody that's having confidence issues, or it's like stop, start, stop, start, stop, start. They're actually quite smooth round the curve. I just think that this person needs to invest in some better skin.
Agreed.
Which is going to bring him a lot further on this, and keep on practicing. He's not so far off. Now this one shows up a little bit more.
Yeah, well, I think the thing here too is that he left the outside lines open. Had you packed those in, which again maybe you just didn't or whatever, but I thought it's cool you showed us. But they're pretty, you know what I mean? Like, sure, the
I'm
lines
just gonna.
aren't perfect and smooth, but you followed the stencil that you
Pretty
made for
parallel.
yourself
They're
because
pretty parallel.
they're quite parallel throughout. They got issues, but if you go back and fill in that line, you can smooth some of those out, at least on that main diamond. And then on these outside diamonds, again, like Andy said, a better fake skin is going to make your world so much better because I can tell just by looking at these that you have been practicing, right? These lines are pretty smooth. They got a little wobble here and there, but overall, they seem to be consistent as far as the thickness goes and what have you. And so if you had, like Andy said, just a better quality fake skin and use baby oil to keep that sucker clean, I think it's going to be a game changer. What I'd love to see you do if you don't have if you don't get better quality fake skin before next week, is to lather this baby down in some baby oil and then color pack it and send it back in next week.
Yeah, or like I say, even it may look different again once it's had a right good clean. Give it a right good clean, send it back in, look at it again. It's one of them things. It's just a little bit dirty and a little bit muddied to make out clearly in some points, but kudos to the person. He's done it twice. He's actually done it twice on one piece of skin and sent it in for good practice.
Yeah, and it is good practice, I think. I mean, that's something fun to practice, and both of them look decent. They both have their struggles. You're still working on your lining, and I appreciate the fact that you didn't try to do a bunch of extra stuff. Just laid these down, practiced your lining, and I don't know what it looked like before, but it is definitely going in the right direction. Stay on the fake skin, get some better fake skin. Smoke says kudos. I agree.
Yep.
If you want to vote for B Chomps in the comments below, vote for B Chomps. Let us know. All right, guys, couple more left to go here before we jump over to a regular broadcast. This is going to be from Terry by Graves. We'll just go with Terry. All right. Evening, Dave and Andy. Big shout out from Conky Tez.
It's Cockney Tez. Cockney Tez from Chesterfield.
In Chesterfield, UK.
Yep.
Oh, thank God you're here to help me there. I wanted to do so much more to this, but I'm still waiting for my real skin to be delivered. So how to use the cheap stuff. So thought that there's no point trying to color or shade in etc. Been practicing for a few months now. So probably a smart move there.
Yep.
Just do it in so this is gonna be Terry. Hey.
No, this is. Hey, I've seen this fake skin. I actually bought some I bought some by accident. This is the nastiest of nastiest fake skins, actually.
Just a nightmare to use.
Yeah. And to be honest, to even get the ink in this skin, I'll give him. I'll take my hat off to him. Give him just getting the ink in this skin because it's awful. It's really,
and you can tell they've had to go over stuff a lot in order to get that. And all these lines have been kind of not per se carved in, but have definitely been laid in.
You've got to with this skin. It's one of them. You don't give it a wipe, it's not got it. You're in again. It honestly. So to even get a curve or a straight line or anything in this skin, you've done well.
Absolutely.
Never mind, get it to look this dark.
Right. Yeah, I think it did all right. I mean, your lines aren't straight everywhere. They're not the smoothest. Some spots we've kind of missed the mark. Maybe it's over here. It was supposed to move. But again, keeping a stencil on this skin, doing everything on this fake skin, the fact that you've got it this clean is also says a little bit about how much effort you probably put into it. So thank you for sending this in. I would look forward to, if you want to get in on it next week again, feel free to do it again with the new fake skin you have coming in. And you will probably blow your own mind with the difference between the two.
And what would be nice is if you actually did it again and did it on some better skin.
That's it.
Put this skin against... put the actual really crappy skin against some decent skin, and so that he can show us and show himself. That'd be an interesting one.
That would be really cool.
Interesting one to see.
Please do that. If you can, Terry. if that new good stuff comes in, excuse me, love to see a side by side.
Yeah.
All right. But if you guys want to vote for Terry in the comments below, you know the drill. All right. Next person up is JRE. JRE. J. Let's just say J. Hey, what's up? First time on your live. Awesome. Been drawing for a while. Just started practicing tattoos about a month ago in my. Okay. IMK.
Let me know.
Think? Oh, LMK. Let me know what you think. Okay. Thanks. Well, I haven't even clicked on it, but I can already see through this fake skin to see the tile, whatever you have behind it, which that fake skin is so thin. I'm going to say that before I even look at it, you're going to want to get a better fake skin if you're just getting into this stuff. This kind of fake skin is just a real nightmare. We've been preaching it the whole time. But I like that. I like this one. I wish. All right, right at the bat, I wish there was a little bit more black in this one, actually, just personally. Just right up to the very edge. I love the shading, and then just if you could just hit it with a solid black right up to the very tips in some of these places, right up to the ear, and both spots there. Maybe just I don't know. Just looking for a little bit more black in the shading overall, but I like it's a bit more airy and breathable.
Yeah.
I think maybe the nose could have been just a touch hair darker, but that's just me. I think the lining is probably where the biggest struggle here is, in my opinion. Using a larger liner would have helped out a lot, Andy, because if you see how thin this, which again,
9 round shader, 9 round liner, 11 round liner, to bust this piece out, and it'd have made that line, that line round it, and made it popped off. But what I do like is, like you say, is shading. I know if you look at it, his shading's got that graininess to it.
Yeah,
and I actually quite like that. I always got this graininess. And I know it's smooth in areas, but it does have like we say, a graininess to it. But it works. It's quite a nice effect that he's got to this. To be fair, and he's got some really good dark tones in, and he's left enough breathable tones. Like you say, could have had just a bit darker, as in black, right in the creases of places.
Right. Yeah.
But you're right what you're saying. Where it's got away from him is in the line work, especially with the diamonds. The smaller diamonds, the thinner.
Yeah. The bigger one, it's a little bit, but I think you might be able to get away with this in some cases, the outside one, but it's definitely the other diamonds there. And I'm with you, Andy. I really like the mouth in this one too.
Yeah,
it reads pretty well. So really just maybe a little bit larger of a liner and just a little bit more time getting steady using those liners. But your whip shade is on point. Looks good. I like it. I'm glad we got to see a couple black and gray. Two different ways of doing it.
Yep, nice to see it. Different takes. Black and gray color.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and I think that was cool. The first couple we saw, people mess with the backgrounds as well. So it's cool to see, some people were just like, I'm just doing just the way it is. Other people kind of did other stuff. So when we do this next week and then the challenges down the road, it kind of gives people an idea like, all right, cool. Some other people monkeyed with some extra stuff. Maybe I'll do some different things as well. So anyhow, plenty of options out there for you.
It is a nice thing. Somebody's pointed out on there that they have put the little less into the tag. And this person has fixed that foot as well. If you look at it,
they did. They
fixed it, and they fixed it right as well. Yeah, it looks to be they've done a good job they've actually taken the time and fixed the foot. Nice job on this one.
Nice. If you guys want to vote for Jay, go ahead and comment below Jay in the comments below. And whoever gets the most votes will be announced next week and will be our winner. Yep. Last up for the day is going to be Byron, or not for the day. We're going to go check out other work, but this is the last of what is here for the Stitch Challenge. All right. I learned a lot. Was fun. Hard time. Anyway, happy see all those Stitch next week. Practice again. All right. I'm not even, okay. So we're Byron. Let's see. Or Brian. I don't know why I keep saying Brian. Brian. All right. Well, Brian, I think where the real lack or the real problem here, after just looking at it, man, is that I don't see any real actual outline. There's like a little bit of like a scratch here and there around the certain parts. I mean, you see it in the diamond. This is a nice straight line right here, though. But yeah, it's really, really scratchy throughout. Even in the big diamond going around here, down here, we have like a double line. It's coming up, and then we get up here, and it just kind of falls into this little tiny thing. There's no real solid lining around the ears and whatnot. So that would have helped out big time. And then the other thing is you're working with a tough fake skin to pack nice color into, and you've kind of diluted that with some version of a gray wash or a black, which kind of muddies it up a little bit. So that's an issue there as well. What are your thoughts, Andy?
Yeah, it's you pretty much got to. There's no black outlines. There's no separation on this whatsoever. You know, in the color, there's no outlines there to give it any separation.
Yeah.
And I think, unfortunately, is it Brian? Yeah. What you've done is, again, there's no separation in your blues. I think you've gone with a blue, and then you've either had one blue and then tried to tone it down darker using maybe a bit of a grey wash.
Right.
Really, you needed to go to a lighter blue. And like you said, Dave, we're failing a little bit on the diamond. There is some straight lines.
Yeah,
that, like I say, on that. Nice. But we've got the consistency on the big diamond is missing. It goes through his ear and then gets thinner. Top right, don't know whether it's me, as I'm looking at the top right hand here, as it comes through his ear, then it just seems to dip in and then come back out like that, does the line. Silly things like the badge, his collar, it's lost. It's lost because there's no black line work around it. Unfortunately, like I said, you've missed the mark on this one, and a lot of it is down to just not having a rich black line round your stitch and round your areas. If you'd have done that, I'm sure it would have looked different again. But it's just very hard to read it in areas. It just looks like, in some areas, especially the body, it looks like there's one massive colour, unfortunately.
Agree with you 100%, Andy. And I think if this person wanted to, they could absolutely do two things. They could go back over this with a thicker liner, maybe even a 5-round shader or something, picking all these lines out, and then you will show yourself in that moment the difference. You don't even have to mess with the color, just giving this an actual outline. Well, you know, the color still has issues, but it will take this up a notch for sure. And if you want to redo this again for next week, and if you think, you know what, all right, I'm going to take what they said, I'm going to try doing it again a little bit differently, feel free to absolutely do that. That's the whole purpose behind this, is you get to see how you're doing compared to some other people. But again, everybody moves at different speeds, and everybody's at different places in the process. Somebody else might have been practicing for 2 years, you're not. So again, you can kind of, you know, compare yourself a little bit to what other people have done, but at the same time, you know, you don't want to completely just put your whole life out there, I guess, if that makes sense. So, all right, guys. Well, hey, you know what? I thought that was pretty fun to get that many. I didn't think we were going to get that many this first week.
And it was, and I appreciate everybody for sending them in. That were great with that. I enjoyed that. You know, looking through them, seeing people's take on them. And like we said before, Dave, if you want a guaranteed critique, do one of these pieces. Yeah. Obviously, you get people each year. We can only get through a certain amount of emails and so on and so forth. And somebody's always going, "Oh, can you do 2 more? Can you do 2 more? Can you have a look at mine?" But it's,
I'm just going to switch.
If you want a guaranteed critique, do one of these pieces. You don't have to do it every time we put one out, you know. But like I say, if that's what you want and you want us to look at your work, we'll put these pieces out. Give it a go. Send it in. You can see what people have done and how people are. And now first week's over and done with. There's no need for anybody to be shy and send the work in.
Yeah, absolutely. The ice has been broken, guys. You see what's going on now. So again, we're going to run the same thing for next week. If you're just jumping in, you're like, what is the stitch thing, what is the tattoo challenge. In the link below this video, I mean, the description below this video is a link to a Google Drive, and inside that Google Drive is just a black lined out version of Stitch from Lilo and Stitch with some diamonds around it. That's the challenge. Do whatever you want with it, however you want to do it. It's there. And then also, when you're done tattooing this on whatever you tattooed on, email it to tattoomesomething@gmail.com. That email is also in the description below. And we're going to do the same stitch for one more week. And next week, we're also going to be introducing the new piece that we're going to be doing for the next 2 weeks. Did I miss anything there, Andy?
Nope, you got it all, Dave.
All right, cool. Never know.
I'm just gonna leave you while you're sorting this out. I'm going to take my bathroom break.
Danik says the next challenge is a lobster eating a steak. I like that.
Yeah, traditional style.
Traditional style.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, go ahead, Andy. No problem. I'm going to jump in. And all right, guys, again, if you want to just get in on this, I think because we only got about an hour left here, we're probably just going to get through who's already sent their stuff in. But if you want to send it in the event that maybe we get through all these and then some, feel free to. But again, I don't want to make any promises to anybody because anyhow. So, Peter, you're up. This is just the straight up critiquing your work. This is from Peter. He's been watching for like 5 months off and on now. Did try real skin on my friend. Amazon fake skin, not like skin. Of course, Amazon fake skin is not like skin. Even real skin, the brand real skin, Pound of Flesh, True Skin, the better brands, they're still not like human skin. It's just a place to work out the details, like running on a treadmill. To me, running on a treadmill is nothing like running outside. But I can run on a treadmill and get a whole bunch of other things, comfortable breathing, blah, blah, blah. So when I go out and execute in the real world, I'm better off for it. So that's kind of the idea. All right, so let's take a look at what we have here. All right, we're working on, this fake skin. Well, telling by the quality that you're putting out on fake skin, I wouldn't be tattooing any human skin, right? Unless there's something better that we're going to get to later. If this is the quality on fake skin, then don't move on. What you might want to do, again, is move on to a better brand of fake skin, which real skin, True Skin, Pound of Flesh. Same down here. If it's not working out on paper or it's not working out on fake skin, it's not going to get that much better on human skin. Same here, okay? We have kind of some lines that aren't quite fully saturated. They're very kind of like jukey. If this is color, it was just sporadically thrown in there. Definitely watch some YouTube videos on packing color because it is a slow, steady process, and that was not done here. Okay. What does this say? Taggle. The black is not saturated in this tattoo at all. I can see right through. You can see your lines, which aren't horrible. I mean, they're better on the skin than they were before there, but you got to get in there and saturate that black. That black is not saturated. And that's gonna, you're going to see that when it heals out. If you can see the lines and what's inside of it looks like a grayish tone, that is not saturated. Guys, give the stream a like, subscribe if you're not already, turn notifications on so you know when we go live. All right, let's get back into it. Oof. All right. This photo is a tough one to look at because it's because of the location of this tattoo, the like the ooze stuff, whatever you put over top of it, the Vaseline or whatnot, it's kind of giving it a weird shine. But it doesn't look symmetrical. Again, that could be because of the way that it's looking. The lines are, thick here, almost non-existent here. The shading is, or the black packing. If this is packing black, you got to slow down because that black is not saturated. So again, that is my thoughts on those. You need to take a step back, all right? Because these are some basic tattoos. Nothing wrong with doing basic tattoos. That's what you want to be doing. But they're not where they want them to be, okay? And this isn't where you want it to be before moving on. So again, get yourself a good quality fake skin and practice. Just practice. Okay, next up is Tonk D, my work. All right. Let's see here. All right, guys. So as you can see, necks are not the greatest place. The skin's kind of And here we are going to putting on a single pass line style lettering here, wording, and it's just, it's very wonky and non-existent here. When this heals out, this is going to be light. Yeah, it's just not the best. You get far enough away, it starts to look okay. But again, this is where I'd be if I was just looking at it, and it's not quite where you want it to be. Same with this heart. Again, it's small, but you can tell that if you hadn't had this little bit of weird blackness in there, we'd easily be able to tell that it's just not quite very smooth. And here we go, slapping a little hard on a finger. You know, that's cool, but again, what are you really doing? It's not really even centered. Probably no stencil, not that you necessarily needed one for this, but stay off the fingers, stay off the hands. You're practicing to learn a skill. If you want to treat it like you actually want to learn how to do this, then, you know, follow some steps, listen to what we're saying. Yeah, get off the skin. You're not doing yourself or anybody any favors. This is blown out. The lines are scratchy. You got no business being on skin right now. I mean, it's you. You're your own boss. You do what you want to do. But if you're sending in and asking us anything, got to say, you stop.
Wow.
Yeah.
Somebody's gone full Jackie Chan on that and chopped that one up to bits.
Yeah, it's tough. This is telling me no better here at all.
No.
Yeah, no. Posting
unfortunately,
it too.
It's
The lines are botched.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
This person wants to be on full skin.
Yeah, definitely needs to be in you know, it's better, but what are we really considering better, right? That's what you got to kind of look at. Is this better than the other stuff? Yes, but you still not really anywhere you want to be. Still don't think you should be on skin. All right. So let me make sure I got through all these. I did. All right. Well, Tunk D, get some fake skin, some good fake skin, and practice. You're going to do yourself a lot better justice over the long haul if you do that, okay? What's up, Gabriel Rodriguez? Is that what it is? Gabriel says, hello, guys. Hey, what's going on? Every once in a while, I glance over, see a comment, say hi. Did Andy go take... Yeah, Andy went to the bathroom, but he's back. All right.
I'm back.
Will Mccab. Did they say anything? Tips on B&G. Well, we'll see what we got here.
Black and gray.
Oh, geez, sorry. Zooming got crazy there. Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
This is a bit rough. This is all blown out down through here. It's blown out up over here. My advice for black and gray is I think you just want to focus on your lines again. I wouldn't get too... You think, Andy, putting the cart before the horse or something like that?
Yeah, they're trying to run before they learn to walk here. I mean, I can tell it's supposed to be a rose. Now, it's not a very eye-pleasing rose as to just the layout of the petals and everything.
Right.
That's before we even get to the line work and the shading. I can see blowouts left, right, and centre. We've got lines, different line weights, basically where obviously they use the same needle, but they've either been in deeper and slower, and then some of them are a lot far where they've pulled back out, they've pulled the needles back a little bit and gone in. We've got lines that don't connect on this, unfortunately.
Yeah, quite a few of those.
There's a few areas on this that I can see that are pretty much in the shaded as well, that are chopped up. I can see a lot of blood coming through, overworked skin and that. Now, this person, again, I'm going to say it again, and you feel like a stuck record.
You do, I know.
Fake skin, get it off. Do yourself a favour. Come off the real skin, get on a fake skin, practice. Because this was nowhere near at the level and point that you should have been digging into somebody. Yeah. And like I say, it's not good. It's quite bad, actually. Is this? You may. I don't know. I don't even know whether I'd take it on to fix it, to be honest.
The only downside about this one is the blowouts when it comes to fixing it, in my opinion. It would have to change styles. I feel like I would just go with a real thick line and reline the whole thing in a nice thick line and just kind of have a little fun with the shading. But again, sometimes we get to worrying about things we shouldn't be. your lines are going in deeper than they need to go, or you're punching in harder than you have to because the lines are blown out in most places. So back it off a little bit. The depth is too much. Slow it down. Whatever you got to do. There are some redeeming lines in here, but overall, you're not doing yourself any good. So we're not even really going to talk about shading right now because I don't think you got to worry about it. Worry about walking, then worry about running.
Yeah. Worry about your lines.
Yep. All right, Rami. Well, let's see. Hey, Dave, just started one more. What?
1 month
just
ago,
started
probably.
one more ago on fake skin, and a friend allowed me to put some ink on him. Thanks, brother. Man, don't let these friends be letting you do this crap, guys. But all right, whatever. Unless you feel like you're ready. All right, so he sent in the individual one, so we'll start there. I guess if that's what it's supposed to be, I guess it's there because of the way this picture is kind of like pixely. Hard to really tell what's what, but sure, I guess, right?
I mean,
I don't really
lines
know.
are better than
Lines are better
than last one.
Absolutely. Oops, sorry. Shoot.
A bit more of a now.
Oh, I'm gonna go back.
There's some quite straight lines on this actually.
Yeah, it's not bad. I think just the little stem down here is the only one that's really eye-catching. The rest are pretty close to symmetrical.
Yeah, I think this one's better than the other one. Or whether it's just more pleasing to eye, very minimalistic. There is a couple of places. It does look like it's been run quite hard.
Right.
There's quite a bit of, looks to be a bit of welting on the skin. There's a couple of pick up and drop off points. Where obviously you've stopped, picked up, and you've either stayed in skin a bit too long and you just left a little bit of a blodge. But this is definitely 100% better than the other one.
Yeah, not too bad. At least they're doing lining tattoos. Simple.
Yeah,
they're not getting nutty with it.
No, they're not going full on back piece or leg sleeve or whatever. I mean, it's
right. All right. Hey, it's Antonio. I'm in Cincinnati. This is another one of my practices. I sent in some before, like the Joker, and one more work on progress. He is at Tone Body Art. All right. Well, he got one of these fake hands here and did some work on it. And let's see here. Yeah, okay. Not bad. Not too bad. I like that, he's got solid black in where it's super dark. He's left some spots open. It might be personal choice to leave the white in the eye open. Maybe this is going to have color in it later. I can see maybe some color in the eyes, but if not, you would think the eyes would be very black. But again, I don't know what the reference looks like. Looks like we have a few different shades in here. Yeah, overall, it's all right.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's not too bad.
No, well, I'd like it to fill down to maybe the knuckles and out towards the thumb and the little finger a little bit more with a bit more shading, just to fill the back of the hand a bit more. But that's just a personal thing. What it would heal like on a real hand in the real world, I think some of the lighter tones you may lose a little bit. We just for the simple things of that you can't get out of, e.g. the constant washing of your hands and depending on what your job is and this, that and other. But then again, I think they have played to the strengths of doing a hand tattoo, whereas not having it super fine, having plenty of shading, having it dark. So that is a good strength to have on the hand. But I don't think it's a bad tattoo. I don't think it's a bad tattoo at all.
No, it's on some fake skin, a nice fake hand, which gives you that practice of tattooing something that's curved and whatnot. So that's pretty cool as well. All right, next up is Girvin Gaming. Oh, quite a few pieces here. No information, so I guess we're just going to take a look at them. All right. It's on the Amazon fake skin. This was the stuff I got last time I ordered some of that for a video I was making, and it was not the same stuff I had originally gotten years ago when I ordered this from the same link. So be careful with the Amazon links sometimes. They just change them, and you're like, what the heck? This is not the same. but it's okay, I guess. It's better than that really, really cheap stuff. Whoa. Steve says 81 watching, only 19 likes on the video. Come on, people, hit the like. Look, Steve said it. It's not me. I didn't say that.
I've got 65 likes on video.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's pretend like there's 19. Give the stream a like. Listen to Steve. All right.
Yep.
No, actually, okay. Anyhow, enough with my yapping. Sorry about that, Andy. The line works okay on here for some fake skin. Yeah, not too bad. The shading it must just be experimenting with it. I like the little whip shading coming from the little leaves down there. Not too bad. We got a lot here, so we'll skim through. What do you think here, Andy?
Not
too bad, actually.
Not so bad. A bit patchy in places. I could spend a bit more time packing black. It looks a little bit rushed in places, for some of the shading, some of the black packing. I'm going to try to look past that and looking at the line work. A lot of the line work looks to be fairly decent.
Yeah, it does look pretty decent. I'm with you, Andy. And that is nice to see that fundamental of lining is looking pretty smooth and decent. And like you said,
in there.
A little bit more black and more smoother saturation maybe in the black spots.
But like I say, I'm just trying to look past that at the minute and look at his line. Just seems to be okay on the line. Some of his longer straight lines are pretty good. For really long straight lines, I don't think he's doing bad. And the ones over on the left-hand side, is it like the owl at the top where he's done like the eyebrows? They're quite symmetrical.
Yeah, you're right.
So, I'm quite digging it. He's not doing bad at all. Not doing bad at all here with these.
Yeah. Nice. Oh, that's that one.
This is it on its own. All right.
Here we go. Looks good too. I like it. I even like the very soft, light stipple shading in it. It works, in my opinion. I like it.
Yeah, it's just left-hand on, bottom left-hand corner where it curls under. It's just got a little bit of line saturation just on the horn, Dave.
Oh, on the horn, I was looking right here. I'm sorry. Oh, over here?
Can you see just there? Just got a little bit of line saturation problem on that horn. The geometric one on the other side, the outline seems to be okay. The geometric lines on the inside look to be a little bit lighter.
Sure.
It's a bit... But overall, it's quite a smart-looking piece.
Yeah.
Not doing bad at all.
Not too bad. That's what... You just try to find those little things in your own work, and the black and packing the black. Take your time. In these eyes, I feel like it could be a little bit more saturated. And I only say that now because if you get comfortable and used to putting that black in or any color you're doing nice saturated, it's going to carry with you as you move forward, in my opinion. Oh, this is that rough fake skin too, so that could be playing a role. Yeah, this is okay. It just very I'm going to call it simplistic in the way it was done. I can see it was, put black here. The shapes are kind of rudimentary, but it works for a practice piece, I would prefer this piece over this piece just looking at the two. This one has just a little bit more options you can play with. You could put a little bit more dark shading in here, give it a little bit more depth with some black and whatnot. But again, the lines, most of them are pretty smooth. We get a few here and there that are a little off, but I think overall it looks pretty decent. Again, considering the fake skin he's working on.
Yeah. I mean, the face on the other side, pretty much we said it's pretty monotonal. Some of the shading could have been smoothed out a little bit further. A couple of lighter tones. A little bit lost around the mouth area for me.
Right.
Side. And obviously the shading around the outside of the face, on the outside of the tattoo, that could have gone from that could have gone a little bit lighter, or gone from a dark to a little bit lighter. But the full dog on the left-hand side, yes, looks better for me. I'm in agreement there with you, Dave. Looks better for me. Line's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Got a few hiccups here and there, but generally doing okay.
Yeah, I think his lining. Oh, I like this one.
All right.
I do like this. Yeah. I see a little bit more, dimension from over here. It was kind of, I felt like it was a little flat. This one's got just a little bit more shape going on. The lips kind of are a little a little flat to me, but at least we got the nose that has a nice solid couple shadows there. Give it the right shape.
The hands for me, they look like they've got tribal tattoos on them.
Yeah, and that's because they're what they're doing, I think, is they're going in when they're stenciling this out and they're finding the spots that have the shading, and they're just putting the shading in those spots and not really looking at that reference and looking at that stencil and going, how does this, is this just isn't one flat gray in this one spot and the rest is open? You got to really pay attention to your reference and do what you see and just use the stencil as a guideline. Like, hey, there's some shading in this ballpark right here. And again, here we can kind of really see some of the lining. And so just take your time. Don't be in a rush. Again, here we got a little bit of a wiggle in our cross. So yeah, just
I'm not right sure when you zoomed in there. If you zoomed in on hands there, you know where he done the shading. It looks like where I don't know, he's losing especially on the backhand. It looks like he's outlined his. It looks like he's outlined where his
where the shading spot
should be, and I think that's why.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, we all know that's a big no-no. Shading's supposed to be smooth. You look at your own hands, you don't see lines on them, and I think that's why it's giving it more of a tattooed appearance. Than anything else. I mean, nails are off. You know, for size that nails in relation to hands.
Right.
I mean, if you look at your fingernails, most of your fingernails go to ends of your fingers.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah.
Little things.
This hand over here, the way this is coming around, it would shape something like that, but we're just missing the proper shading on the inside to sell this. So again, that's just kind of been the vibe on a few. It's just maybe a little rushed. But again, it's on practice skin. It's on crappy practice skin, which, you know, hey, keep doing it. This is the way to practice. You work out all these problems here on fake skin before you go to real skin. You know, obviously it doesn't feel exactly the same, but these are the issues. These are the problems we're working out on fake skin before you go into real skin, you know? So, all right, what do we got here? All right, well, the lining in this looks pretty decent.
Yeah.
Not bad.
This seems to be the better out of all of them that I've seen so far from this person. The lining's a lot better. It looks a lot more even and consistent.
I'll stop moving this around.
It does. Seems a bit more even and consistent. The anatomical art, could have done with a little bit more black. I know you've whip shaded it. A couple of areas could have just done with a little bit more. Spent more time with getting your whip shading just darker in areas and whipping it out. That's all on this. Because if you look at the anatomical art and you look at the cross that comes down, they're pretty much the same tone. There's not a lot of a difference between them.
Right, which makes it all kind of flat, and then instead of there not being anything pushed forward or pushed back, that's always the objective, is trying to push things forward, backwards, give things depth, whatever, or make it just visually appealing. So, okay, nice to take a look at a wide variety. I think you're definitely going down the right road there. So thanks for sending that in. Next up is Julian. Hey, my name is Julian. Thanks so much for all the information you put out there. You really helped me out when I was trying to start tattooing 1 year ago. Even started an apprenticeship a few months ago. Here's some of work I did recently. All right.
Cool.
Hey, this is cool. Yeah, I like the line weights in this. I like how you go to that thick, and then as you roll around, kind of thin out. And you can do that with the same needle grouping, just having the proper angle. Different angles are going to give you different line weights with one needle grouping, if that makes any sense. I think this was smartly done.
Yeah, the black's looking packed in there. We've got just over Snake's eyebrow. It's just got that little detail in that Snake's eyebrow that just makes it that little bit lighter. A couple of little areas of shading on it, and look at the teeth. And that's super sharp. Really sharp on the teeth.
They used a smaller needle. They weren't using one needle for the whole thing. This is definitely not the same line weight we have over here. which again just plays to the dynamic of it. It's not an overly complicated tattoo, but it's executed nicely, which is nice.
Makes it look so much simple tattoo.
Yeah,
executed really good, nice and clean. Makes a difference.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see what else we got here from. All right.
Ooh.
I like this too. Yeah, really digging the line weights and the style here. Another simple but done well tattoo. Yeah, Smoke says it too. Simple but sweet looking.
Yep. Nice line weights, super bold, crisp outline. Black line weight. Yeah. Really well packed in black. Look at that sleeve, that collar on that sleeve. Look at where the sleeve, the cuff, again, when it comes around from being fat and then just whips in. Just whips in. Works, and it's clean.
Yep. I like it. Nice job.
Yeah.
Nice job. Yeah. He's got the style here he's going with. Nice thick outlines, bold black, whipped color, a little bit of red. Yeah, I think it looks good. I like it. Rich black, solid lines. And then the little lines here and there add to the overall piece, obviously.
It's like there where you've just been there. You've seen them concentric curved lines in that. They're pretty much parallel as well. It just and that's what makes all the difference. Think the silly little details, like we said before, the silly little details that people pick up on. That when they're done right, it looks right, and then you stop looking further into it. If they're looking good, you're not starting to get too deep into tattoo then to find any major faults.
That's absolutely true. It's same kind of thing. Go look at your kid's bedroom. They clean the room, walk in. I don't initially see anything that leads me to look further. Then you're safe, It's pretty much the way it goes in just about anything. LeSean? Ah, man. All right. Oh my gosh. Hey guys, if you're going to send work in, maybe three or four pieces, that gives us an idea where you're at. One piece is kind of hard. Maybe you had a bad day. I don't know. But this is a lot. So we're going to move quickly through these ones, Andy, just so we can get to every.
Boogie on through these.
Hey Dave, love your channel, brother. Been tattooing for about a year. Would absolutely appreciate any feedback. P.S. What's good, Andy? Love your work, and thanks for following me on Instagram.
Oh, no problem. I didn't know I'd get you back on Instagram, but you're welcome.
Right. Okay. Oh, nice drawing of an eye.
Nice pencil drawing. Obviously, this person can draw.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's pretty smooth.
Yes, absolutely. All the little details are in there. Fantastic. We're off to okay.
Yeah, we'll boogie on past that.
I mean, I think you did a nice charcoal piece there. I don't need YouTube being there doing what they do best. See No Evil. It's an interesting design here and the way it was executed.
The one thing that smacks me straight off the bat.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I don't know whether it's me. I don't know whether it's the angle it's taken. I don't know if it's curved or not. But the forehead on this skull looks massive.
The what now? I'm sorry. The forehead?
From here, from the top of the bandana, this bit looks massive, for a skull. It looks as if it's gone right up here. But I don't know whether that's a camera angle or not. But the rest of it, I'm actually quite digging. The script, how he's done it, it's got quite a sketchy feel to it. That's how some tattoos are designed now, and that's how some people want them. But it's whip shading.
That's the skull from Aliens. That's all.
All right.
He's kidding, obviously. All right, we better boogie through. Which way are we going? Oh, little dinosaur. Yeah, I think this one's decent, Andy. I mean, they had to clean up a few little thick lines, but overall, I think you can get away with this one.
Little banger tattoo. Yeah. You'd get away with that. You'd get away with that.
All right. This one's on the hairy line here. I'm not a big fan of how this black is here. The line's got a little bit of I don't know. I can't quite put my finger on what's here or why I'm not in love with it. Maybe it's tonal. I don't know. What do you think, Andy? I don't know. It's not bad, but I'm not in love with it.
It's not bad at all. I don't know whether it's just the design. There's just not enough
maybe that's
variation between the tones. Now we've got that super black. Now, what would have been nice is if it had been black right at the, what I'd say is right at the back. And then as it comes towards the face of the, like the split sun, is maybe just lighten it up, you know, just bring it from jet black just to a little bit lighter tone to the front. Just, and then that then could wrap around the cheeks of in between. And maybe just, I understand what they've done with the sun rays around the outside.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I'm just not feeling it. It's not a bad towel by any means.
No.
I'm just not feeling the design, shall I say.
I think that might be what it is. It might be. The more I look at it, the more my eyes, they just didn't know where to settle. I think sometimes your brain just doesn't know what exactly is it that I'm looking at, what's bugging me. And again, we're just two people. So you might look at this and be like, I love this. And that's totally fine. I just, not 100% sure what we're now. Whoa, okay.
Right.
Simple, but I do like the shading in this. It's dynamic. You can tell what it is from a distance. I don't mind this one.
He's managed to capture, in my eyes, he's managed to capture a bit of the, shall we say, the roughness of the steel. It's got a couple of like pinholes and pit holes.
Yeah. Oh, the little beat up part.
And he's managed to capture that pretty well.
Yeah. The part that gets me, Andy, is right here. I don't know. I kind of wish there was some sort of connection there, and I could see maybe
it looks floating.
Yeah, it does look a little floaty. But, you know, I like the detail, the little bit of like, you know, they both filled this dark, but also put some lineage in there to give you the feel of
maybe a bit of white through, bit of white through there. It develops, you know, white lineage had developed, bring it through on there. But it's not, like, again, it's not a bad piece.
No, I think again, I like it. Definitely one of my favorites of there. This looks cool too. I like they definitely got a bit of a three-dimensional look there with a little bit of white. I don't know if that white was put in quite solid enough, but I think if it holds, I think it's going to hold. It's going to look the way it's supposed to look for a while. A little bit of deeper bits, and I think it worked out. It is what it is, and it looks right.
I think it looks pretty cool, actually, this one.
Yeah.
I think he's managed to capture that with between the couple of different tones of reds. It looks like it's been sort of like carved into skin type thing.
Right.
I will be honest, I don't even actually think this needed the white on it.
You're probably not wrong, man. Yeah.
But it's a cool tattoo for what it is behind the ear. So obviously it's not going to be massive. It's not going to be massive.
Yeah, cool little behind the ear piece. Nice little work in there, not bad. You know, this one's not too bad. It's just that, you know, I like the lettering and stuff. I like the shading inside as it comes up, the little bit of white at the top, and for the most part, all the letters themselves look pretty decent. I think the spots here we got a little bit of, might be a bit of a blowout here on these swoopy ones. A little bit down here as well. Again, I think you can probably get away with this one. Just from here, it looks, you know, pretty okay, but it's just a little bit closer and you start to see some flaws. And this is our little bit thicker line. So at least you're not using a tiny liner. That would probably be a fix, is use a larger liner, but you're already using a larger liner. So, yeah.
Well, I say it's not horrible. A couple of little bits, but
not at all horrible. I think it looks smooth. It's consistent, you know, not bad at all. Yeah, okay. I like the soft shading they put in this. It's just different. A little bit more black maybe to push things back and forward so everything's not on the same plane, but pretty cool. Oh, there you go. A little fake skin. They did a nice job with these lips.
Yeah. Get
the texture in there and stuff.
Nice little black and grey.
Yeah, not too bad. Oh, that's cool.
Is this one of them? Is it Japanese fighting fish or whatever it is?
Yeah, I kind of like how it's, you know, going up the ear back there and the little bit down. It's a cool little design, in my opinion.
Yeah, I like this. I actually do quite like it. It's a nice little design. I just like how it comes from behind here just down to neck. Obviously, it's a bold statement on the person having it. But like I said, I like this. And it's, to be fair, it's not that badly done at all.
No. Yeah, especially for behind the ear.
Yeah, it's a crappy place to work. And it's got a few different line weights in it, some softer shading in it, got some darker shading in it, there's some white in there. And I think when this heals out, especially in like the head, because I can see some what looks like to be really dark tones, and he has faded it into a lighter tone as well. And I think once this heals out, I think this is going to look even better once this one heals out.
Agreed, Andy. Agreed. It's going to lighten up a little bit there, and it's going to be probably right where you want it. Oh,
hey.
I do like this as well.
I don't think this is bad for what it is.
No. I mean, it's an interesting place to have, to put something, and the healing is the healing, and hopefully it all heals out nicely. But white was put in smartly. For the most part, these lines are pretty good considering the size needle you're probably using and what have you. Yeah, cool little piece.
Cool piece.
Yeah.
Like these.
Yeah.
How can you not like a hummingbird? And I mean, this is a nice little black and grey hummingbird.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. Nice
really
open skin in there as well.
Yeah.
Good healthy amount.
Detail.
Yeah.
Doing well, LaShawn.
Doing well. For sure. For sure. Thanks for sending those in, man. Next up is Mason. Let's see. The Naturo one is still a work in progress, but love this piece so far. Thought you would like the Marvel one. Hope you have a great week, my dude. All right. Loved your kind words last time on here. Here's some new work I've done since then. Okay. Let's take a look here.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
I like this.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I just like the randomness, chaotic pieces, small pieces with colour all over them, and I'd actually have this.
Yeah.
I'd let them put it on
I like the Thor handle. It's probably my favorite one, actually, with the little blue lightning behind it, and I don't know, it's probably one of my favorites.
I've got
the Hulk hand's cool too.
I've got two on there. One's my Captain America shield, and I'm really, really big sucker for Iron Man. I'm a massive sucker. I'm an Iron Man sucker. So, but I'd have all of them on me. I'd let them put that piece on me. I would. Crack on. Yeah, just do it. Here's me arm. Just do what you want. Crack on.
That's awesome. So, nice job there. Oh, I like this.
I like this.
Oh, yeah. I like this because it is deliberate.
Comic panels. Love comic panels.
Yeah. And the stimpling in there is very smooth, consistent.
Yep.
Yeah. A very controlled stimpling effect. Sometimes we get a little wild with the stimpling and just kind of throw it all over the place. This was smartly done. Correct shades were chosen. The line weights are solid too.
Yeah, and you can even see where he's done his stipple shading and stayed off his lining areas and started, and it's pretty consistent where he's stayed off, come through, and he's just got little bits in. And this comic panel effects, I love it.
Me too.
I love it. And I'd love to see, well, I'm not going to put too much out there, but I'm on designing one at the minute, which is a full sleeve, and it's like this. It's like a comic panel effect with all
awesome.
It's got all Disney villains in it and everything, but yeah, it's like this.
Nice.
Love it. Love this.
Well, Mason. Fantastic stuff, man.
Nice
Lovely. Cool. We got to see a little bit of color and some fun stuff, and then into some, and he says not even finished yet, so it'd be awesome to even see it down the road when it's even further along. All right. Jari. Hey, so I started seeing your channel right about the Stitch Challenge. Got in it, but here's a couple more pics of my work. I've been practicing a month, and I actually did a tattoo on my buddy and brother this past week. Let me know how I did from a pro's point of view. I need more improvement. Any advice? Okay.
It's all yours, is this, Dev?
Dang, I don't even know. I can't really. It's hard to see.
I can't read it. I don't know whether it's darker skin, whether it's the lighting, or
I think it's a little bit of all of it, Andy. I think it might be a slightly of a, not like a dark skin, but just slightly darker. And I don't know if we just overworked these tones or something.
I can see I can see what's supposed to be a nose and a pair of lips.
Yeah.
Um,
But then they got a bunch of stuff behind it, which distracts you. I don't know if this is what's supposed to be a little hair pieces coming out. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of how this has been presented here. Hard to judge. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but
no, I'm not. I'm not going to say it's good.
No,
because it isn't.
no.
Right.
This is better, but
because it's readable. It's
it's
better
readable.
because it's readable.
Yeah, that's it. Lining's not good. It's not that good. It's you're using a very small liner, which is okay, but it's not really fitting with the piece. I don't know. There is some decent stuff going on here. There's some shading happening, working some shades, but I just don't feel like this is quite skin worthy yet.
No,
and the fingers just look. I don't understand. That finger is so long. This one is like a claw of some kind. I don't really know. And they're stacked on top of each other. They look like the hand is just kind of like stacked, vice, whatever that's supposed to be. It comes down to all the little things. You can have a decent one thing, but then the eyes seem too far apart. Yeah, it's just a lot of little things going on here. It's adding up to something that's not really equating that great. Okay, so here we go. This is extremely readable. It literally says Sydney, Brooklyn. And this is the best one of the bunch because it's probably more so what you might want to be doing on skin currently is lining, packing color, stuff like that. Even this has some flaws, but I don't know, Andy. I think this at least is a tattoo that's readable.
This is the best one out of the bunch. This stuff, is a month in, so really, I wouldn't have suggested even being on skin.
That's what I'm saying. Like you're tattooing human skin.
It's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. But if you're gonna do it, stick simple. Stick simple.
Right.
Small. We've said it before. Small tattoos, just like that. I mean, and don't try to be recreating Mona Lisa or a Picasso or anything. Super simple outline, a little bit of shading, maybe a little bit of color. That way, then it's never going to get away with you. You're never going to get a meltdown or a brain fart wondering where you're going with your tattoo.
Right. Absolutely.
Like I said, but this is definitely the best. Does it have problems? Yes. Has it got as many problems as the other two? No. But I would suggest just dial it back, mate.
Sometimes I don't know what their drawing level is, but sometimes you see it a lot when people just jump right into a piece that's like all shading, minimal line work, and it's like I think there's a process you should go through instead of just trying to jump right into that stuff.
I think that's one of the problems. Wait up.
Well, this is much better than the other stuff, and I think this is where you're going to want to spend a bit more of your time is on this fake skin, working it, right? It's better, definitely better.
But it's on fake skin, so you can do what the hell you please.
Right.
Fake skin.
Mm-hmm.
All you can do, only thing people can give you is pointers, what to do, what to look out for. This isn't very good. Just work on this bit. But when you're on real skin, human skin, whatever you want to call it, there's no going back.
No.
You're not going back at all. And people just...
sorry.
I don't understand what it is. People just so impatient. This takes time to develop. Tattooing takes time to develop. It's an art form. It's a skill. It's like when you were born, you didn't come out and could walk straight away. It's a process.
That's it.
And this is only the same thing, but people seem to be reluctant to do that.
Yeah, and again, this is like I said, that's not quite it. You don't want, you know what I mean. You don't really want to be doing this right now. You might have it in your bag of skills, but it's just not translating through tattoo skill, right? And so you want to be doing stuff. Staying on the fake skin. If you're venturing off, you're doing something like this, only much smaller, not across the entire arm. And then obviously here it's just really confusing what's going on there. So, be smart about the decisions you're making. And you've only been tattooing a month. Again, what Andy said just rings so true. Be patient. It's not a rush. It's take your time, years, guys. So, all right. Okay, next up is Triana. Hello, my name is Triana Douglas. I am 24-year-old female tattoo artist located in Addison, Illinois. I have been tattooing about 2 years and still trying to find my style. I wouldn't even worry about your style yet. I use a size 9, 7, and a 5 liner and a 9 mag to pack in the black. My Instagram is at leafy_tri. Thank you so much. Yeah. Okay, let's see.
Yeah, it works.
Yep. Looks pretty decent to me. Yeah.
It's simple. It's in there. It works. They're not getting above the station and trying to pull, like I said, not trying to pull a masterpiece off. They're just trying to work within their skill level and get the cleanest tattoo that they can do for the client within their skill level. And it works, and they've pulled it off.
Yep. I agree. Nice job.
Nice work.
Yep. Keeping it simple, but doing nice, clean work. That is what matters. Somebody's watching from Dubai, Andy?
Yeah, it's John.
Oh, yeah, John. It says, hey, yo.
Is it Underground John?
Is that? No.
Is it Underground
Maybe
John?
It is. Is that?
Underground
hey,
tattooing in
good morning. Much love from Dubai. I wonder if that is.
Is it John that did that full back piece? You're not lying.
Yeah, let us know, John. Let us know if that's you, man. All right. Dog in uniform. Oh, no. It's titled Worst Tattoos Ever. This guy. Oh, okay. All right. All right. So this is different. Dog in uniform. This guy does horrible tattoos and is very cocky about it. He won't take advice. I feel I should report him because they're so bad.
Well, we don't really do this. But
we don't report people. We'll talk about it.
We don't report people, and we'll look at it, but it's usually tattoos that you've done yourself, rather than getting into a pissing competition with somebody else that's done something.
Right, and John did say that's him. Well, John, fantastic to have you here, buddy. Thank you for watching from Dubai.
To see you.
And as far as this goes, we will take a look and whatnot, and we'll just critique as if somebody sent it to us to critique. On the other hand, as well, let people be adults. This is where I feel the problem comes in a lot of times. Is everybody wants to? We shouldn't let them do that. Okay, well, somebody is an adult and they're making a decision to let this person tattoo them. That's their decision. If they make a poor decision, they make a poor decision. I don't think we have to report this person and whatnot. I think that people are adults, and if they're not, they make bad decisions, they get bad results. Unless he's tying people down and tattooing them, then we might have to say something. But again, that's just my opinion on it.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's crappy. It's scratched in.
It's scratched in. I've seen worse, though. So, I mean,
I have seen worse, yes. It's scratched in. We can see it all from a mile off.
Right.
This has been gone over lightly and then worked in, not hit the lines, cut the lines short. I've seen a lot worse.
It's a shame that this individual is being cocky, though. I mean, that's probably. Oh my!
That is.
And they did post this to somewhere. It says post at the. Oh my! This was supposed to be one of them tiger, lion faces inside of a butterfly. I'm guessing. Huh. Okay. Well, this person didn't send these in. He didn't say, "Hey,
I mean,
critique me." So. We're taking a look at them. Yes, they need work. But
they need work. They're not good.
No.
Best advice I'd say, if he's doing this, is don't go to him.
That's it.
People will make their own informed decisions, especially if he's posting this work. People will make their own informed decisions on whether to go to him and get tattooed or not.
Yep,
that's quite simple.
That's exactly it. Let people be adults. If they made this decision, they made that decision. That's how we keep, in my opinion, government from getting any bigger, is we just pull up our pants and be big boys about it and take care of ourselves and let people make decisions they want to make. Katie Kelly. Hi, Dave and Andy. Thank you so much for what you guys do. I've learned so much, and I know my lines need work, but I'm sure with practice they'll get better. I've been practicing since mid-July now. Now I know I need baby oil and round shaders. Right on. Who would have thought? You need a little baby oil and some round shaders. Some of these are on honeydew melons, which Dave said was the best. It is the best. I like it. If you're gonna tattoo fruit, get yourself a good old honeydew. Okay, so let's take a look. All right.
All right. I mean,
Wait, is this a jellyfish?
yeah, I mean,
I think.
some lines are in. Some
Oh, geez.
of them are
Why
a
is it
bit.
zooming in? Oops.
Some
Yeah,
of
but
them are a bit fatter and line weights are a bit all over.
yeah. But I guess it's a place to start. You gotta start somewhere. You're on a melon. I remember when I was tattooing them like oranges and stuff. I had no idea. I was just drawing circles and triangles and all over the place. So again, not too bad. Oh, here we go. Oh, excuse me. It looks like they are on good fake skin. This looks like real skin to me, the brand Real Skin. The lines look nice. They look pretty decent. They got a little bit of a shake to them, but overall, not too bad. I'm not quite reading the color packing, the shading in these.
No,
It's a little bit mucky. I'm not sure if that's the right word, but the lining is all right. It's not like go tattoo human skin right now, but I mean, it is definitely not poor.
no.
It's decent.
For this style of tattoo, an 11 round line, 9 round shade,
Yeah, 9
even
round
a
shade would be
14,
great.
even a 14 round shade, bold as brass, you could have got away with it, and the lines would have looked ever so much better. Just watch your color packing, and obviously, because these are like a traditional style. The black one, yes, like you say, it's a bit. Some of the shading's a little bit illegible.
Sure.
But the line work, looking through that, looking at the line work, pick up for stuff like this traditional. Just go on Google, just do a bit of homework. Look at traditional tattoos. You'll see that 99% of them have got massive line work, bold. Pick a bigger liner,
Right.
yeah, or a round shader. Go with that. Make your line work look so much better.
It looks like Buttered is in the chat. So, yep. Good to see you're here. That's great.
Buttered. I shouldn't have put dark under the colour. Well, traditional tattoos, they do put black under before coming out, especially on roses.
It's very saturated, though. It's like a solid black, and then it whips out right in like just a very short distance. From my notice, is a short distance from the black right into color. So what happens is if you have too much color coming through the black, it gets muddy or whatnot. Just literally have to just study whatever it is you're trying to do a bit more and really break it down. What is that? What are they doing there? How are they making that? Mine's looking like this. Theirs is looking like this. What do I have to do to make mine look like that? Oh, okay. Maybe if I put solid black right into color, blah, blah, blah. This is a bit larger of a piece, so you got a bit more practice running longer lines. And, it's not bad. It's not bad. You're still in the very early stages of tattooing.
Yeah,
and for the most part,
yeah,
for the most part, it's not bad. You're on good fake skin. You're practicing properly. Yeah, I think they're at least doing things very smartly.
Yeah, they're doing things right. They're doing things in right order. Get your line work down. Okay, we'll get your line work down and then go back. Have a play with colour and that. But basically, concentrate on your line work.
Yep.
Maybe, I don't know, like you've done with your roses, get a couple of pieces. Just dial it a bit smaller. Just make it easier for yourself.
Yeah.
To get that saturation. You don't have to do big ones. Get a couple of pieces on each of them squares. Make most out of it and crack on with your line work. Try a few different needle configurations, larger size, 7s, 9s, 11s. Try some round shaders if you've got them. But you're definitely going in the right direction. Steady away does it.
Absolutely.
Carry on like you're doing. You're going to have no problems. Hey!
This is just fun now. Yeah, this is cool. As you will see when you do tattoo melons and stuff, it does kind of, it engraves it almost a little bit. So, but again, good place to just kind of have some fun. It gives you some practice putting your hands on a curved surface. So mixing this with some fake skin could give you just a better comfortness all the way around. But telling you what you're doing on fake skin, you're moving in the right direction. Keep moving in that direction. In just a few months at that pace, you're going to notice a big difference. And it'll just be fun the more you go along that road.
It's like you said, the good thing about tattooing these and tattooing the throat, it's going to get them used to different surfaces, lumpy surfaces, bumpy surfaces.
Right.
Try to pull curves, round curves. You try to curve that way as well as you're going under that way. And you know yourself, your hand doesn't slide same from a fake skin to a fruit to normal skin to whether it's on somebody's back or on somebody's leg. So it's throwing all them factors at you as well.
Right.
So it's a good place to be at.
Absolutely. Well, Katie, thank you for sending these in. Keep going down that path you're going down, and love to see some more next time you get a chance. Yep. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. We're going to be running the Stitch again next week as well. So this week, if you guys want to get in on the tattoo challenge, again, link in the description to the Google Drive. Click the link. It's going to take you to the Stitch tattoo. Excuse me. Download it, whatever, tattoo it on whatever you want to tattoo it on. Send it back to the email that's in the description below, tattoomesomething@gmail.com. And we're going to go through and do one more week of looking at Stitch tattoos. If you already did a Stitch tattoo and you want to modify it a little bit or whatever, feel free to do it. Do it again. Whatever you want to do. It's open again for next week. Also, next Sunday, we're going to be dropping the new tattoo challenge, which is going to run for another 2 weeks. So it's going to be another piece, just something that if people are out there and they just want something to work towards and something they can show, you know what I mean? This is what it's about. So anyhow, let's move on. This is my Gmail. Have a great day. Jose Rentes Sanchez. All right. Hello, David. This is my very first tattoo I ever done just by watching your videos. Thank you for what you do, man. All right. Well, I think it's just a little bit monotone. A lot of things going on where it would have been really nice. This bit right here, and I'm just diving in immediately. I haven't really taken a look at the whole thing. But this bit right here, if this was like a softer shade, this was a lighter tone, and this dark just stayed the way it was, it would give a lot more dynamic. So everywhere where you have like the spot here where there probably would be a curl and there would be some sort of a shade or whatever, just do it in a lighter shade. Try to use more of a variety of shades, right? Because we're using kind of what seems to be the same tone throughout the whole thing, and we don't have any real rich, solid black here. We have pretty close, but not quite. I think those few things alone is going to help, on top of just, the lining will come with time as well. I don't know, Andy, I just figured I'd shoot those out real quick.
Yeah, no, it's all one noted. Nothing's problem. And I understand it's his first one.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's an easy thing to do, thinking everything's one noted.
Right.
It's not quite in there properly, but this person's still figuring things out. He's still, like you say, he's still figuring out probably how the machine works properly, how far to set his needles, what voltage to run. Does he run a liner at the same voltage as a mag, or does he slow it down? Does he move his hand speed faster? So he's still working all these things out. Yeah. So we've got to give him fair dues there. I've got to give him fair dues that obviously he is on skin. And that. So, yeah, for your first one. Yeah. A lot of people have been here. A lot of people. There's nothing that I would say don't do it. But just take stock of what you're doing. Maybe this looks like a fairly big piece. I don't know about you, because obviously with rounded corners. Yeah, it's going to be the cheaper fake skin. So, yeah. Again, if they can get a better quality, that would probably help out a lot. Yeah, so keep it a little bit smaller. Oh, they did smaller. That. Here's the next one. It got smaller, but it's like the liner got bigger. Yeah. Or something, because it's again, I think we're running the same thing. The lines need a bit more definition. Maybe it's the stencil I was just
in
going
the
to say
background.
it's hard to read because there's a lot of stencil left on there as well.
Yeah. But again, not bad for some early attempts. You got some more up here. Keep working in this fashion, this manner. Work on the lines. If you like black and gray, then just hang out with the black, hang out with the gray, and just work on your tones. Get yourself a better fake skin. You know, real skin, pound of flesh, true skin. There's quite a few out there. All right, we got a few more we're going to get through here. What do we got? About 6 more, and then we will be done for the evening, guys, and we'll have gotten through everybody for today, along with the Stitch ones. So let's see. We got Jiva. Okay, we're going to say K. Hey, hi there. It's been 6 months of my tattooing career, and I would like to get some critiques. Kind regards, Jiva. Okay, Jiva, sure. Okay, well,
hand tattoos never.
Yeah, this and the be kind is what's really killing it for me.
That bee's.
Yeah,
that bee on the be kind is jacked.
Yeah.
In comparison,
the moon is kind of cool. I like that they went the dots, and actually most of it, it's hard to see. It might be a little bit of a blowout here and there, but I mean, I guess this overall is okay. The flower up here, though, if you look at it, you really can't tell what is what. It just kind of seems to be like a rotating circular thing with the only defined spot seems to be this one petal coming off. The rest, I'm not really sure.
But what I do like on this, and the stem on the rose, I like the fine line coming down either side. The thorns that he's done, the little thorns that he's added in off the stem, I like them.
Yeah.
The leaves are nice and delicate. I will give him that. They're nice and delicate. They're in. And the moon, I like how he's done the moon. Just contrasted it using dot work and everything. I think the be kind, the lettering on the be kind spoils this because it's got away in places. And the head of the rose, if he'd used a simpler head on the rose, maybe a rose that's closed up that only has maybe 3 or 4 petals, that may have looked better and kept it simpler. I don't know.
Agreed. Let's see what else they got here. I don't know. I guess I'm not a fan of the design. Just before we even get close, I just don't really like the design. That's just personally, though. It could be executed pretty good. Just it seems a little, I don't know. I'm just not in love with the design. I feel like a little bit more thought could have been put. I like this part down here, and I kind of like the wavy looking tree, but I don't know that I'm a fan of whatever these dots are back here. The circles are tough, and so you kind of put yourself in a rough spot here where now you got to try and make 2 circles smooth, and well, unfortunately, there's not. And the dots back here, I don't understand the dots, and the sun rays are a little bit rough and different weighted, and some are deeper and some are not. But like the little birds, I like those little trees back here. Cool. Even this tree is pretty decent, but I guess it's everything else.
I'm pretty much here. I like the bottom, like the birds. The big tree, I'll actually like the big tree probably up to about halfway up. I just think the top half is not quite as good as or the top 2/3 maybe is not quite as nice as the bottom third.
Right.
It just looks a bit off to one side, especially when it gets near the top. Like I said, the sun rays, not a fan. You put circles in, single line circles, fine line circles. You made a rod for your own back. It's most people's knees are going to start wobbling when they get to out like that. Even when you can tattoo, it's just not a nice thing to set yourself up for. Circles and interlocking circles. So, like we said before, wherever you can, break them out, bust them up. If you want to do a circle, do dots, do a dotted circle or whatever. Break it up. Just break it up there. That's all.
Right. Yeah, if you could find a spot to just stop it, would be the best way to go. But okay, Jiva, thank you for sending those in. Appreciate it. All right. Next up is Xander. Hey, what's up? Been wanting to get a tattoo machine for quite some time and have been drawing off and on for 5-ish years now. About 2 weeks ago, I pulled the plug and made an impulse buy on Amazon on a cheap kit and started learning. Here's my second piece I did. Made some obvious mistakes, but I realized I should still take my time and not rush. Oh, also, I finished and realized I didn't finish the 3 little leaves at the bottom. My first one was not that great, so I went, did some homework, and made a lot of improvements in terms of needle depth and getting and using the correct needles for the job. All right,
Cool.
let's see what we got. Okay. Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah, well, there's some pretty nice stuff here, and I'll say what I like. I like the triangle in the back. I kind of like how the lines in them, minus these two, are all pretty much about the same size, and thickness and the line weight's decent, and they're, you know what I mean. It's a smart way to do it. And then this triangle is also not too bad because smartly done. You only have to go this far, and then you get a nice break, and here and here and here. Overall, I like this, even with how dark it is. I like it. I just appreciate how smooth the stimpling is. Very smooth. Obviously, here we go again, though, Andy. The circles and the smaller lines are the struggle there. Even though these lines up here are quite smooth, though. But
it's an organic shape. It's a
you're right.
What I mean? Right. It's like we said before in previous ones. Organic shapes, a lot easier to pull off. And I don't mean by anything else, that they are just naturally a lot easier to pull off, because if you have a wobble in,
right,
a leaf can have a wobble in it. You know what I mean? It can have a bit taken out of it. Nobody's real, unless it's really bad. But like you say, I was same as you. Looking at that, he played it smart. That back triangle, broken dotted lines, looks, for all intents and purposes, 90% of it looks clean. The long lined, fat liner triangle. He's done a fairly good job, barring he's missed a little bit out on the right hand side that goes in between the leaves. You would actually see probably a little bit of the line.
Andy with the eagle eye.
Yeah. Now, and the stipple shading smooth. The stipple shading is smooth. It's nice. Maybe just a little bit too heavy for my liking. I'm not saying it's wrong. It's just for my liking. But where he's failed is the fine line shape work. If you'd have done them in dots or broken lines and just kept the little triangle at bottom as a solid line, but done the other two shapes in 2 other different things, you would have still pulled this off really well. But
I agree. I kind of wish if this stuff down here wasn't here at all, I think it would have looked just fine as, without the little extra bits and bobs down here. Cool.
Could have played it smart.
But I think he hasn't been doing it very long. So nice job, Xander. Overall, man, nice job. It seems you probably already know what he said in his write up about some of the errors.
About 2 weeks ago.
Right, you dirty bastard.
I know. About 2 weeks ago, I pulled plug and bought a machine.
Not bad.
No.
Chris says, this is my week 4 piece, and I struggled some with the shading and details. I have airbrushed in the past and have wanted a tattoo for a while, but just got up the nerve to dive in. No one locally will offer any help or information, so I appreciate any advice you give. No surprise. Let's see what we got here. Well, there's some good. There's some stuff that needs a little... You know what I like, actually? I like these little flowers right here. I like the light shading they have in the face. Actually, the shading overall is not bad. I think just some of the lines just need a little extra help. That'd probably be about it for me. Maybe a little bit. Some of it gets a little lost down here a little bit. Maybe push the neck back a little bit more. Maybe push this back wing back a little bit more. But overall, it's not too bad for... just an early on fake skin piece.
No, it's like you say, it's got some problems, some line weight problems, a little bit of shakiness, like I say, a little bit of definition problems. And obviously got a couple of things again, like when you get into lotus flower at bottom, parallel lines, wonky lines, not following each other around, and you've got your crisscross patterns that don't quite match. Your little scroll works in either side of your leaves at either side. They don't quite marry up.
Right.
Same with the just underneath the leaves, the 2 circles, half circles. One's quite bigger than the other side. But he's early on.
It
He
is
early on, and he's getting no, like he says, he's tried asking, he's getting no advice.
Yep.
So
hopefully he's
you've
and the
got
lips.
to, the lips is too sharp. The
yeah,
lips really sharp.
Right. And the wing here, if there's just I think lining probably. It's just probably a little bit here and there. I guess there's probably a lot of little things because it's so early on, huh?
I think that's what it is. There's a lot of little things that are accumulating up to a bigger thing.
Right.
He's got to learn separation as well, open space, breathability, readability, use of different tones and different shading methods to separate stuff.
That's it.
As well as must get your line work down to a T. Now, this is obviously a big piece. If this is a starter piece, this is a big piece.
Right.
Maybe do stuff that's a little bit simpler, but half this size.
Yep. And send us another piece in when you do, Chris.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to watch your progress as well. But this is my week 4 piece. So 4 weeks.
4 weeks a month.
Yeah, I think don't get in a hurry. Continue down the same pace you're moving for sure.
Yeah, and just like I said, I just work on some smaller pieces. That's all.
Yeah. You can do 3 or 4 smaller pieces in the same amount of time. And all right, we got Bad Habits here. Hello, trying to get into tattooing as a passion. Been attempting to learn since April. Although I don't have much spare time, I squeeze in practice every once in a while. Sometimes whip shading chews up skin. Not sure if it's hand speed or bad skin or shit machine. Not hard enough hit or all 3. You'll notice some progression. All right. Well, I think I'm going to start over here. Okay. Yeah, I am guessing this is going to be the beginning phases. Working on lines. I don't know. I guess. Go ahead, Andy.
No, I'm just seeing more dot work than stipple shading.
Yeah, it's dot work for sure.
Yeah, there's some of the lines are in there. But if you look at your shape, it's not fluid. These should be arches. I mean, surely this person can see that themselves. Looking at the inner part of it, and then looking at the outer part, they start to get and that's a stop, start, come confidence thing. Not being know your stencil, start, look where you're going, and continue your hand down. Commit to doing it. Getting your shapes all the same, and things like that. That's what that boils down to. Yeah. Same again.
Oh, and look, there
he's had a go with what's that? I wonder if that's the voltage.
Yeah, 6. I'm pretty sure that's the voltage. 6.5, 7. But this does not look like stipple shading, though. This appears to be more dotty than stipple.
I mean, I don't know about you, Dave. I don't know what you stipple shade at, but I usually dial it back to about 5 volts.
Yes. If the lower I can go, depends on the spacing I want on the dot. Yeah. Really, the lower voltage, I'll get more spacing. Obviously, it depends, and then I can, and you get comfortable, as you know, Andy, with these kinds of things. Yeah. You can control things by your hand speed. You can have a higher speed, but you move your hand slower or different. But you're right. I like to stipple this style. If I wanted this sort of an effect, I'd definitely be at like 5 to lower.
Yeah, well, it's like me. So I'll probably be at 5, but then depending on what I want spaces, it will either be depending on which way around I've got my needle as well. Right. Because sometimes you can have it, because obviously your tube's cut, and your tube's got a slash cut on front of it. So now when you're lining, you're bringing it toward, most of the time you bring it towards yourself. Your needle's running up back at tube, so it's got more pressure. But sometimes when I'm whip shading and that, I'll go the other way, so I'll just get a little bit of flex, so it'll come forward, so it'll get a bounce off, which will give you extra help to get that whip shading instead of having it the normal way and it being running it back at tube. And I go the other way, so it bounces a bit more on the skin. Which is just one of them things, but that's just down to personal preference, technique, and a bit of experience. Yeah,
I think experience definitely.
Like this,
something that
I like what this person's done on here.
Oh yeah,
it's obviously been experimenting.
This is the way you practice. I mean, if you're really just going in there and going, you know what, I'm gonna go learn the techniques, and then put the techniques into my work and see what happens. I mean, look, these are nice shade practicing going on here. Angle shading, all kinds of different things. Very cool. And look at all the different fills.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
so you don't know whether he's tried circular motions, shoveling motion. You don't even know whether they're different dilutions of black. Then obviously
true.
You've got the whip shadings and all sorts. So bit of cross hatching down at bottom, bit look of it.
Sorry.
I think this is cool.
Yeah,
this is great.
This is the way you'd want to really practice. See, a 3 here, so I don't know if maybe they're using a 3-round liner, maybe a 5. Really hard to say. Let's see what they did with what they got here. Okay, all right. Well, all right. This must be the lining for those pieces we originally saw, or maybe he did them again. Lining, and at least for these two, I'm sure he already knows this. Those need some help. But I like that, we're messing around with the stipple shading. We're getting actual effects here. We're getting, you know what I mean? Big difference from that first dot work looking pieces we were looking at.
Out of everything that's on here, that sphere, that ball, that sphere, that stands out to me.
Right.
That works. Cool. What would have been nice if it hadn't have had the line around the outside and they'd just done it all with dots.
That would have been cool.
That would have been pretty cool. Got the shading in. But that's the piece on here that stands out for me. That's a nice piece. It's got a nice bit of shading in it, nice bit of highlighting in it. The drop shadow with the darkness fading out to the lightness. Yep. That's the piece that stands out for me.
Good practicing. Oh, and here we go. We're starting to see things, these things he's practicing, but put into some work. And the shading in this, I like. It's very deliberate, pretty smart. I think the lining still needs some work, but that's gonna move with you.
What I will say though, on this one, on the swallow, I don't think. Can you see where it's chewed the skin?
Yeah, you can see that right. These spots.
Yeah, look. Obviously, you just got. That's one thing. If you've done this with fake skin, you'd dug a hole.
Yes.
In somebody's skin in real life. Whether you've just overworked it, you're running your machine still a bit too fast, or whatever. Yes, somebody's put on it looks like crap fake skin, but it looks like, I'm not right sure, but it looks like the thicker.
I think it might be a little bit thicker than the paper thin stuff.
Than the paper thin stuff.
Right. But still, that could be just, the black looks extremely saturated.
It does.
So it could just, you can literally overwork in saturation because you're saturating, you're whipping it, or whatever it is. It's hard to say unless we're staring at it. But yes, that is definitely an overworked area. Aha.
Mm-hmm.
I like this head, and I like this head because we used a larger liner and the lines look smoother. I think a variety of line weights in this one would have helped so that the certain parts don't get too lost in the lines, But it'd be cool to see maybe that one filled in. I like the way this one's shaded, Andy. It's like pretty smooth, pretty, you know what I mean? I think the lining is coming along. That continues to develop.
His shading's coming along. This is where the person that's done this, because he's gone back on that other piece, he's done all them boxes and he's tried all these different shading effects. Yeah. And this, that, and other. And is basically getting his shit into order before he goes any further, and working all these things out in his head that it's starting to pay off, and it'll pay off at a lot quicker pace for him because he's also putting the time in on the ultimate of basic fundamentals and understanding what he's doing.
Yep. This work is from that other guy's channel. I don't know who that other guy's channel is, but cool. What? Wait, no, I still don't know.
The Irish guy.
I don't know. I thought maybe there was a guy's YouTube channel called The Other Guy. I don't know. So I was like, oh, maybe his name's The Other Guy. But overall, not bad. Moving in the right direction. It's going to be cool to see it evolve as you go. Thanks for letting us check that out. Oops. Next up is Anian. All right. Hey, man, I'm 6 to 7 weeks into tattooing now. I really appreciate the critique of Andy B and yours last time. So I did what you two recommended and went back to some smaller and easier stuff. Cool.
Cool.
I also got some good fake skin now. Right on.
Cool.
Night and day difference, he says. There we go.
Exactly.
Night
There we
and
go.
day difference. I'm sad that I can't take part on the tattoo challenge since I'm in Croatia for some time off. Wish you the best. Awesome. We're gonna be running this tattoo challenge for the foreseeable future. Ben Fisher. Yeah, okay. That is probably from the practicing and whatnot. Very cool. Let's see. Wish you the best. Peace. All right. What's this guy's name? Anian. I'm probably butchering the name again. Oh yeah.
All right.
I like this.
Yeah.
I do. Love this. I like the stimpling on this too. I think the lining around the fish is kind of, or the shark is a little small, which kind of
it's a bit fine.
Yeah, which it's easy to kind of make a little fumble and have to smooth it out. But if you look past that, really smooth stipple shading, nice shades, readable.
Now I quite like the match, and it's got a little bit of cross-hatch shading going on, and a little bit of solid shading. Also, it's quite good. I wish you hadn't with the match. I wish you hadn't have gone so dark all the way right up to the head of the match, and had the head of the match jet black, and then just toned it back a little bit. But then again, that's an artistic preference. Is that one?
What else we got up here?
But the shark, what we got on the rose. Now I like the shape of the leaves he's got on this. The head of the rose. He's gone quite simplistic and gone jet black on the stem.
Yeah, which I thought that was a cool to do that jet black in the stem. Carries gives it the sturdiness that it needs. And then he just got
duck's pretty cool.
The sweet duck. I like his glasses.
But it's laid bare. Is that duck? It's just straight up line work with a little bit of shade, and it's laid bare. It's here we go. This is what I've done. Take a look at it. There's no hiding on that one, but it's cool.
Yeah, I overall I like this stuff, and I wish I like the style. So if you do get a chance, maybe for next Sunday, depending on where you're at and what you're doing, it'd be cool to see your version of a stitch. If not, maybe you can get in on the next tattoo challenge that you're back home.
Yes, but if you notice quickly on this one, Deb, the duck. I gotta
fly real quick here.
Yep. Oh, I'm just full of them in here.
He got away.
Flying them all out.
I've been after him all day. Go ahead. Sorry.
But if you look at the duck, the rose, and the match, it looks like he's used a slightly fatter liner than the shark, and the lines look a lot better.
Yeah, for sure.
He has. If he did probably use the same liner or done whatever he's done with the liner on the shark, then maybe, especially on it may have looked just that little bit better. Just that little bit better.
I agree. Well, Anian, and again, I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. Thank you. All right, John. Good morning. Nice to see you both again. First time to do like this type of tattoo. I include the reference. Want to hear what's your thoughts about it. Thanks. Much love. God bless. Oh, yeah. This is John. This is John.
We're on. Yeah.
All right. Here is the reference. And here is your piece.
Well, what I'm going to say is obviously the reference and the piece are different. Obviously, they're in different styles. I can see with the lion's, this part of the lion's face where you've got absolutely love the negative space in the leaves.
Yes, very nice. The bold line around the leaves too.
Negative space, stipple shading, and the nose, the shape of the nose, the actual nose itself, where it flares out, that rich black, and then just in here it's got rich black, and then through the mouth where it's all nice and black, and it's just got that little bit of white.
Little hint of teeth.
It's either teeth or it's just a glint on upper lip.
Yeah.
Now, the eyes, I don't know whether we dare go in any further. It might be a little bit unfair on this person, but to see the actual eyes, because the actual eyes from where we're looking look nice. You know what I mean, Dave? I don't know. shall we be super critical? Can we get any closer in on the eyes?
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Can we?
Absolutely. Yep.
I mean, we're in way further than what you should be.
Well, my only thought, Andy, was, and I just want to bring it because I'm not sure. And again, I might be confused. This portion right here confuses me a little bit. Am I seeing it wrong? I'm just getting a little. And again, John, no, just curious, man. I don't really know. Sometimes animals, even looking at my own animal, sometimes like what? You're just following what you see, but I'm not sure. I get a little confused right here. But I love the stipple shading, like the smoothness in your stipple shading, is super killer. I love the little bit of white.
I think it's just how people look at it themselves and perceive it, because I can see that piece there, and I can see that the back of the nose where he's got it that bit darker over at Bridget back at nose protrudes the front towards the front of the mouth, you know, on the nose, and it makes it look as if it's been pushed forward that little bit.
Yeah, sick.
I do understand a little bit here across the top of eyes. I don't know. Are you maybe wanting to see it a bit more symmetrical, either side the same? I don't know. But killer piece. Love it.
Yeah, it's so flowy. It fits that spot so nicely. So you see some people try to duplicate a lot that you see is like, you know, the bit of emptiness coming in. And I think he did a really nice job doing that. It fits it well. It looks good. Yeah, got a beautiful stipple shade, man. Really nice. And it breathes really well. You have darkness, you have mid-tones, you have skin hanging out there, a little bit of white, but only where you needed it. Didn't get nuts with it. A little here, a little on there, a little in the eyes. Nice job, John. Oh, there's more? Oh, that's right. That's right, the reference. All right. Sweet, John. Thank you, buddy. Thanks for doing what you're doing over there in Dubai. Keeping the tattooing scene alive. Underground.
Is this Underground John?
I'm pretty sure. Wait, yeah. He said I use 6.5. I was pretty sure that's who this was, John. Dubai, Underground Dubai, John.
Yep.
Nice job. Sweet. Well, it was nice to end on a.
It is, and like I said, nobody's walking away from that one unhappy, are they?
No, it's a cool one.
And if they are, I mean, your client's got expectations above what he agreed to get done.
Absolutely.
In my eyes, you know what I mean, Dave?
I do. Yeah, absolutely. I think the client would be happy. Anybody should be. If they're not, then I think we'll find somebody else to tattoo them then, unfortunately, because I think he did a nice job.
That's it.
And most should be.
He did.
What's up? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said something. My bad, Andy. I think now that we're full screen, I get a little glitch every once in a while.
I'm going to say, I will like
probably. I'll pull this back up so we're small. It seems to load better when we're in our tiny little squares, but we're on the big square.
Oh, we've got somebody else. Somebody else has just dropped one in.
Oh, we did. Okay.
Is it Tyler Cronin? Slam him on.
We're just sitting here. Might as well. Okay. So we got no information, just Tyler Cronin. Bam. Let's take a quick peek here. Okay. There's the piece. There it is. You know.
Well,
I doubt
much looks like his reference.
It does look like it looks a lot like the reference. Even the reference has like a little bit of like a haze around the outside of the lines, and this does too. So maybe it was a good practice. It's solid black. It reads.
It does. I mean, it's fat lines. It looks like that thin fake skin as well. Do you know what I mean, Dave?
Yeah,
it's going to get hard. It's going to get. So the best will he's going to struggle to get colour into it. There's just not enough of it there to get colour and saturation into it.
Right. He probably did the best he could with what he could. Because that black from here looks pretty saturated up in the eyes. It reads well. It's simple. It reads well. Oops.
Now this one's a bit other way to that in my eyes. It's not reading well at all.
No.
I don't know whether it's the skin or what. It's.
Yeah, I don't know. It is a bit hard to read. I do see the smoke coming out of the eyes, I'm guessing. And I'm not really sure what's underneath it. The skull here, what this is. Maybe somebody else could tell, but nonetheless, I would keep working at it over here on the fake skin, right? There's no need to jump quickly into it. At least you didn't botch anything. Nothing's botched here. You did something small. I guess that's a smart move, but
yeah, keep it on fake skin. I mean, that's not bad. It's not bad at all. I mean, it don't say a right lot. It don't say how long he's been doing it or whatever. But I'm looking at the reference. I'm looking at the picture, and they're not far off. They're not far off at all.
Right? No, yeah.
So it's kept whatever stencil is put on there is kept pretty much true to it.
True.
You know what I mean? It's not gone all wild and rogue and decided to do whatever he wanted after he put the stencil on.
Right. He did follow the stencil, so things are being done there. I think they just need to just spend a little bit more time getting things a little bit more comfortable on the fake skin, right? Because even the piece he did on real skin is just hard to read. It's not exactly right on. So, yeah. On the other hand, what else do we got, guys?
So we've got that when we come off live and we go down the stitch tattoos. Is it just in the comments after the live's finished?
Yeah, we're just gonna be going off of the comments in the live stream, and we'll let that run till like next Sunday. So we'll check it probably Saturday. I'll probably, if I can, I'll jump on there maybe Saturday or Sunday morning and get a count on who's got what and whatnot. And yeah, hopefully it's not too confusing. We can figure out who the winner is. If not, we will adjust fire and come up with a better way of doing things. But nonetheless, yeah, guys, if you want, vote down below, leave a comment who you think should win. That's about that. Also, again, this Tuesday, putting out a video on how I make my stencils and some other ways to make a stencil, some quick ways. I've covered some of this stuff in other videos, but the way I make my stencil today, nowadays, is not covered in any of those videos. So that will be coming out on Tuesday. So keep an eye out for that. That's been asked about a lot. Let's see. Other than that, guys, just make sure you got notifications turned on. If you want to be a part of the tattoo challenge, links will always be in the description. If you're ever in doubt, go to the description. You'll probably find links to the different things we're probably talking about. So again, if you want to do Stitch for next Sunday, in the description, link, take you to the Google Drive, download that, stencil that, tattoo that, send that back in to the email also in the description down below, and that's tattoomesomething@gmail.com. And we'll be back here next Sunday to do this again, to take a look at the Stitch stuff, to show you what the new design for next Sunday is. I mean, for the Sundays to follow, and to look at your stitches for the week. If you want to follow me, guys, you can follow me at the places listed below here, DaveInks.88 on Instagram and Death Punching on Facebook. And if you guys want to follow Andy, which you should if you're not already, go follow Andy.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm usually floating about, usually in and out on Instagram and that, Dave.
Nice.
As a few of them already know. Get quite a few messages and try help them out while during week.
Yeah.
You know, via Instagram. So don't mind when I've got 5-10 minutes. Don't mind at all.
Right on. And if you guys want to make a road trip to northeastern Ohio, let me know. Currently booking for mid-September, towards the end of September. So, anyhow, that's all I got for today. Oh, Jester, I sent something in, but I guess it didn't go through. Doggone, Jester. When did you just send it in? All right, fine. Did it yesterday. Thought I'd share. Been at it for close to a year. Thanks, Dave, for all you do. All right, guys, we're gonna look at these two, and then we're truly out of here. They keep sucking us back in, Andy. Oh, okay.
Well, I'm glad you can see whatever you're looking at there.
Oh, I'm sorry. Shoot. I forgot to share the screen. Okay, so this is what it was. Yeah. Oh shoot. Yeah, it was fine for me over here. Looks like we got some little blowouts here and there throughout, scattered. But some of these lines are nice and crisp. I think you're just pushing the boundary and how close to the blowout zone you can go, and you're getting really close in a lot of places you've blown out.
Yeah, and it's if you're using a finer needle, it's a lot easier to blow out with a finer needle because it don't take as much pressure to get it into the skin. And then all of a sudden, it's like one cough, one fart, and you're a bit further into the skin, and it's there you go. You got a blowout.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's.
Yep, I agree. So, and then up here, the light's hitting it just a weird way. It's hard to see, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I think you're just gonna have to back up on the lining a little bit. Also, the calf is a tight area because the skin is naturally a bit tighter there. So, if you're used to tattooing other places, you hit that area of the calf, you're gonna have to get used to feeling it, and it's not the same in every location. So anyhow, but overall, it's not bad. It's not bad tattoo in my opinion. So thank you, Byron. And the last one, anonymous prepper.
Anonymous.
Grill. How far from PGH? I don't even know what is that. PG. I don't know. Okay. Grill me. All right. I can't. Dang it. We can't zoom in on it.
Oh.
So at least the fingernails seem normal sized. And I can see some darkness in around the sleeve, so that's nice. We have different shades, or at least this thumb, though. I can see this thumb from over here.
That thumb looks funky. It looks like it's bending and then coming all the way back on itself like that on end. It's like, it's like some weird pork sausage.
Yeah.
But why has front hand got 6 fingers?
Well,
only joking. I'm
like counting, like, oh dang.
You're still counting on you do. Only joking. But still made you look though, didn't it?
Yeah, it sure did. It's just the thumb throwing me off. Other than thumb from here, it doesn't look too bad. It'd be easier if we got a little bit closer.
Yeah, we're a bit too far zoomed out. I mean, what I do like with this one is some of the shading's on the lighter side than it is on the darker side. I haven't gone in and put tons and tons in. Like we saw in one of the earlier ones where the top that outlined it looked like the hands were tattooed instead of shaded. Whereas this, from here, it looks like at least some of these hands have got some shading to them and don't look like they've been tattooed. But it's just a little bit hard to critique when we can't get close enough in.
I agree.
But from here, at least from here, we can make out that it's a set of praying hands. You can actually, make out what it is.
Absolutely,
so
for sure.
That is one redeeming factor. It's legible enough to make out that we know exactly what it is.
Absolutely. Hey guys, we are literally 3 likes away from hitting 100. It's been a while since we hit 100.
Yeah.
Before we got
3 more
off.
likes. Come on, everybody. Just 3 more.
Just for the sake of nothing. Cool.
And then we'll come back. We'll come back next week. 3 more. We'll come back next week.
That's right. We will be back next week, next Sunday. Again, guys, go follow Andy. He's been able to help a lot of people out already. Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, thank you guys, everybody, for being in the chat. You guys keep this thing alive. If it weren't for the chat and me able to look over and see you guys talking and sharing stuff, it would just be me and Andy going back and forth. And, well, that's only fun for so long, So we appreciate
You're soon running out of stuff to talk about quite easy. One quick thing before you go. I'll tell you what, I think it was in one of your videos this week. Oh man, what a load of crap we talked about white ink. There was so much crap talked about white ink going yellow that it's unbelievable. And it's like, why is white ink go yellow? Why does it do that? Well, it's not so bad. It's not rocket science. This white ink is predominantly made up of titanium dioxide, zinc dioxides, and things like that. Unfortunately, with them pigments, the usual rule of thumb is with whites, anybody who tans easy, who produces more melanin in your skin and tans easy, that the white ink has got a bigger chance of going yellow because it absorbs melanin out of your skin, which is a tanning agent.
Oh.
And on the reverse process of that, the white ink is horrendous to laser out of somebody because it has the titanium dioxides in and the zinc dioxides, that when if you hit it with a laser and you hit it wrong, you can turn them instant brown like rust. And once you turn them brown like rust, you can't get rid of them at all.
Huh.
You know what I mean? That is it. You're left with like a dirty brown rust stain in your skin. It's because it's got them elements in it. So generally people that are ghostly white, anemic, hard to tan or anything, white will actually show and stay better as white, a brighter white, along with most other colours, than somebody that tans really easily or anything like that. And it's just straight up to do with most of it straight up to do with melanin in your skin.
Interesting. Scientific there. Yeah, that's good. Because I noticed it was the difference between different people I tattooed had different results, but it just seemed like, I don't know. Some people it works, some people doesn't. That makes sense.
I know people go, oh, people that sweat more, it would turn into yellow. We're like, you what? Are you having a laugh? You know what I mean? Just because you sweat more, not going to turn you, you know what I mean? It's not going to turn something yellow. That's why when you put it in dark skin, it'll go white. It'll be white to start with, but it will go off-white and yellow a lot quicker than somebody that's maybe yourself, Dave. You know what I mean? I don't know. Usually anybody, shall we say, that's
pale,
pretty much of a red, pale or red, you know, red skin or goes red when if they get a lot of sun on them, goes red.
Yes.
And then tans out. Usually they're a lot better with lighter colours and the whites, rather than somebody that's of a darker skin nature, olive skinned, tans easy, dark skinned.
That's like my wife. She tans really easy. She has to like be careful in the sun because she'll get dark quick. And same thing, like we did some tattoos in the beginning. We were putting white in a couple of them, and it was just not even much of a point in it. It wasn't quite, you know, I don't know. It didn't quite have the same effect that it was having on my skin. Yeah. And that makes perfect sense because that's we're total opposites. I'm super pale and she's got like a nice, like golden tone. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it doesn't work out for light tones. She's very black. We got to do black and gray or some like deeper, darker stuff works best. Where for my skin or someone light skin, super light is, that's your opportunity to try to convince them to let you do all the bright and colorful crazy crap that you want to do because it's probably going to last a little bit better. Which is why I love black and gray, but when I just know as a tattooer that my skin should probably be better used for bright colors, so I try not to waste it. So I'm going to start working on my right arm, do some neo-traditional stuff, bright colors. That's the goal. Even though I want black and gray, but I'm like, I think you
should do a video, Dave, of tattooing your own ribs. Let us watch you tattoo your own ribs.
I'd have to do this side. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I could do it, man. I don't know. I don't mind the numbing cream. I don't mind if people use this numbing cream, but have you seen, we'll just BS for a few minutes here. What is it? People are getting like knocked out, put under. They're straight up getting like whatever it is when they
anesthetized.
They knock you out.
Rapper had a £200,000 tattoo.
Yeah, that was that little Uzi. Was that was that him?
Yeah, I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, but then there was another guy. I watched him on like something. He was this tattoo shop. It's like they have an anesthesiologist there or something, and they're like racking people out, and they're getting giant rib tattoos or whatever, and then they're just waking up. It's like, holy cow, man! They had to do some dental work. And that anesthesiologist charged $250 per 15 minutes. I couldn't imagine what you're paying for an hour is $1,000. So most of the big tattoos I do are 6-7 plus hours. So that's $7,000 on top of the however much the tattoo costs. These people are on a whole another level.
Well, that's it, innit? They're just, well, that's it. They've just got the money to just make a statement and do it, I think.
I think you're right. Just because they can. Just because they can.
Yep.
But hey, I mean, maybe if I could, I would. I don't know. Who knows? You know, it is what it is. But anyhow, I guess we'll get off here.
yeah. We'll just
let everybody go.
I can't believe we've still got 45 people watching and 97 likes. It says on mine. We were 3 short of 100. I can't believe we didn't make 100.
I know. I would bet all 45 people watching are the solid group of people. Yeah. They've already liked since the beginning. They're like, there's nobody left here to like it. I'm so sorry. Nah, it's just fun. That's all. And yeah, that's cool. 97. We did good, boys.
99. Oh, we're 99. One more. Come on, one
100. More. Oh my god! Look at that.
100. We're coming back next week. We're coming back next week.
We'll be back next week. We weren't coming back. We wasn't gonna be here, but I guess now we'll be there. For like 50K or something crazy. There's this tattoo artist that puts his clients. Yeah. He tats $50,000. Man, I guess $1,000 an hour for anesthesiologist is nothing if you're paying $50,000. All right, guys. All right, we better get going. If not,
that's it.
We'll be here.
100. Yeah, 101. That's it. We're gonna bring you. We're definitely gonna bring you a new challenge next week then.
Right. You
That's it.
All right. But also, let me know in the comments below, guys. I know football season's coming up here in the U.S. and it's usually on Sunday nights, but it works out well for Andy as well because he's day off on Monday. Mind you, guys, it's really late over there. So let me know, is football going to get in the way of you guys being here, or are we good? You know, you got to let me know. We can modify a little bit. We can't do too much because we want to try to work with everybody's schedule. So anyhow, guys, appreciate you being here. And we'll see you next time.
Look forward to you next week. See you later.